மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் வகைகள் பார்ட் 1. ஒருவேளை உங்களுக்கு பிரயாணம் செய்யணும், மும்பைல இருந்து நியூ டெல்லி. இது தொலைதூர ஜர்னி. நீங்க அங்க போய் சேர உங்க டிராவல் ஏஜென்ட் பல வகையான டிரான்ஸ்போர்டேஷன் மோட்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கிறார். ஒரு ரூட், டைம், ஒவ்வொரு முறையின் வளமை போன்ற விவரங்களை உங்க முன்னாடி வைக்கிறார். இப்ப சரியான முறையை நீங்க தான் தேர்ந்தெடுக்கணும். உங்க வசதி, நேரம் மற்றும் சுக வசதியை பொறுத்து. உங்க பைனான்சியல் கோலை சாதிப்பதும் இதே போலதான். உங்க கோல் தெளிவாகி அந்த கோலை அடையிற நேரத்தை தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு ரிஸ்க் எடுக்கிற அளவை முடிவு செஞ்சு லிக்விடிட்டியில விரும்பிய வளமையை உறுதிப்படுத்திட்டீங்கன்னா நூத்துக்கணக்கான வழிகள் இருக்கு. அதை அடைய சந்தேகமே இல்லாம மிக சிறந்த, மிக பொருத்தமான வழியை அறிய விரும்புறீங்க. இதுக்கு ஒரே வழி மார்க்கெட்ல இருக்கிற பலதரப்பட்ட மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்டை புரிஞ்சு கொள்வது.
பலதரப்பட்ட மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் ஸ்கீமை வகைப்படுத்தி இதை சுலபமாக்குவோம். இன்வெஸ்டருடைய முக்கியமான பிரச்சனை லிக்விடிட்டியா இருந்தா மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்ஸை 2 பெரிய வகையில பிரிச்சு கருதுவதே நல்லது. ஓபன் எண்டட் மற்றும் க்ளோஸ் எண்டட். இந்த ரெண்டோட ஃபண்ட் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் பிரின்சிபல் ஒரே போல இருந்தாலும் லிக்விடிட்டியோட ஆபரேஷனல் ஃபீச்சர் வித்தியாசமா இருக்கும்.
நீங்க பணம் சேமிக்கிற வழியை பத்தி நினைச்சு பாருங்க. உங்க சேவிங்ஸ் பேங்க் அக்கவுண்ட்ல எவ்வளவு தொகை வேண்டுமானாலும் டெபாசிட் இல்ல வித்ட்ரா செய்யலாம். ஓரளவு வித்ட்ரா செஞ்ச பிறகும் அக்கவுண்ட் ஆக்டிவா இருக்கும். ஆனா நீங்க ஓபன் பண்ணின பிக்ஸ்ட் டெபாசிட் அக்கவுண்ட பொறுத்தவரை ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட தொகை குறிப்பிட்ட கால அளவுக்கு இன்வெஸ்டட் ஆகி இருக்கணும். நடுவுல சிறிதளவு பணத்தை எடுக்கணும்னா அதுக்காக சார்ஜஸ் கட்டணும், இல்ல அநேகமா அதை ரத்து செய்யணும். அதே மாதிரி ஓபன் எண்டட் மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் உங்க சேவிங்ஸ் பேங்க் அக்கவுண்ட போல, க்ளோஸ் எண்டட் பிக்ஸ்ட் டெபாசிட் போல.
எக்ஸாக்ட்லி. உதாரணமா ஒன்னு சொல்றேன். ஒரு இன்வெஸ்டர் ஓபன் எண்டட் மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் ஸ்கீம்ல சிறிய குறிப்பிட்ட தொகையை இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணி அப்புறம் கூடுதல் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட், ரிடம்ஷன் அல்லது வேறொரு ஃபண்டுக்கு டிரான்ஸ்ஃபர் போன்ற அளவில்லாத கூடுதலான டிரான்சாக்ஷன்ஸை சுலபமா சேவிங்ஸ் பேங்க் அக்கவுண்ட் போல தேர்ந்தெடுக்கும் உரிமையை பெறலாம். க்ளோஸ் எண்டட் ஃபண்ட்ஸோட ஒப்பிடுகையில் பிக்ஸ்ட் டெபாசிட் போல இயங்கி லிக்விடிட்டி அல்லது வசதியை குறைக்கிறது. இந்த ஸ்கீம் ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட காலத்துக்கு இயங்கி அப்புறம் மெச்சூர் ஆகி பணம் இன்வெஸ்டருக்கு திருப்பி தரப்படுது. இந்த 2 ஃபண்டுக்கும் உள்ள மற்றொரு வேற்றுமை இன்வெஸ்டர் இந்த 2ஐயும் வாங்கும் அல்லது விற்கும் முறை. க்ளோஸ் எண்டட் ஃபண்ட் ஸ்டாக் எக்ஸ்சேஞ்சில் லிஸ்ட் பண்ணப்பட்டு அதன் மூலம் மெச்சூரிட்டிக்கு முன் வாங்கவோ விற்கவோ முடிகிறது. மேலும் க்ளோஸ் எண்டட் ஃபண்ட்ஸின் யூனிட்டுகள் மார்க்கெட் பிரைஸ்ல நிலவரும் NAVயில் டிஸ்கவுண்ட் செய்து தரப்படுகிறது.
இதுக்கு மேலேயும் இருக்கு. உங்க க்ளோஸ் எண்டட் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் யூனிட்ஸ் ஸ்டாக் எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் மூலம் மட்டுமே மெச்சூரிட்டிக்கு முன்னாடி விற்க முடியும். அதனால அதை டிமேட் ஃபார்மேட்ல செய்யணும். நினைவு இருக்கட்டும், யூனிட்டை ஹோல்ட் செய்யும் அதிகாரத்தை அக்கவுண்ட் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் ஃபார்ம்ல வச்சிருக்கலாம். ஆனா உங்களால ஸ்டாக் எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் மூலம் டிரான்சாக்ஷன் செய்ய முடியாது. நீங்க ஸ்கீமின் மெச்சூரிட்டிக்காக காத்திருக்கணும்.
கொஞ்சம் இருங்க, ஒரு 3வது வகை மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்டும் இருக்கு, இன்டர்வல் ஃபண்ட்ஸ். ஓபன் மற்றும் க்ளோஸ் எண்டட் ஸ்கீமின் அம்சங்களை இணைச்சி முன் தீர்மானிக்கப்பட்ட இடைவேளையில் இந்த ஃபண்டுக்கு இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் அல்லது ரிடம்ஷன் செய்யும் வாய்ப்பு உள்ளது. இந்த இரண்டின் இடைவேளையில் ஸ்டாக் எக்ஸ்சேஞ்சில் ட்ரேட் செய்யும் அனுமதியும் உள்ளது.
ஆக உங்க பிரயாணத்துக்கு சரியான வாகனத்தை உங்க பிரயாணத்திட்ட கடினத்துக்கு ஏற்ப தேர்ந்தெடுப்பது போல இங்குள்ள 3 வகை மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்டை பண அடிப்படையில் மதிப்பிட்டு உங்க குறிக்கோளுக்கு ஏத்த ஒன்றை தேர்ந்தெடுக்கலாம். லிக்விடிட்டி ஒரு பெரிய பிரச்சனை இல்லைன்னா இன்னும் பலதரப்பட்ட மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் கிளாசிபிகேஷனை ஆலோசிக்கலாம்.
சிலர் அசெட் வகையை அடிப்படையாக்கி, அதாவது டெட் அல்லது ஃபிக்ஸ்ட் இன்கம் ஃபண்ட்ஸை இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஃபிக்ஸ்ட் இன்கம் செக்யூரிட்டிஸ், அதாவது ட்ரெஷரி பில்ஸ், கவர்மெண்ட் செக்யூரிட்டிஸ், பாண்ட்ஸ் மற்றும் செக்யூரிட்டைஸ்ட் டெட். அதிகமாக ஈக்விட்டி ஷேர்கள் அல்லது கம்பெனிகளில் ஈக்விட்டி சம்பந்தப்பட்ட இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட்களிலேயே இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யும் ஈக்விட்டி ஃபண்ட்ஸ். ஹைபிரிட் ஃபண்டுகளும் உள்ளன. இவை டெட் மற்றும் ஈக்விட்டியின் கலப்படமாகும். இந்த ஃபண்ட் வகைகளில் கிடைக்கும் வெவ்வேறு ஆப்ஷன்களை விரிவாக விளக்கும் தனித்தனி வீடியோக்கள் எங்களிடம் உள்ளன.
இதோட முடிவு இங்க இல்ல. இந்த வீடியோவின் 2வது பகுதியில் மேலும் பலதரப்பட்ட மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் ஸ்கீம்ஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்டின் அடிப்படையில் காணுங்கள் மற்றும் பல நியூ ஏஜ் மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்ஸ். பெரிய விஷயமா தோணலாம், நீங்க நினைக்கிறத விட சுலபமானது. பலதரப்பட்ட மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் ஸ்கீம்களை புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா சரியான முடிவு எடுக்கலாம்.
இந்த வீடியோவை பார்த்து மகிழ்ச்சி அடைஞ்சிருப்பீங்க நம்புறோம். இன்னும் பாருங்க, பல இன்வெஸ்டிங் கான்செப்டை நீங்க கத்துக்க நாங்க உதவி செய்யறோம். உங்க அபிப்பிராயத்தை எங்களுக்கு editor@templeton.comல தெரிவிக்கலாம்.
மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் முதலீடுகள் சந்தை அபாயங்களுக்கு உட்பட்டவை. திட்டம் சார்ந்த ஆவணங்களை கவனமாக படிக்கவும். டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் பார்ட் 2. எங்க முந்தைய வீடியோல நீங்க சில வகை மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட பத்தி தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்க. லிக்விடிட்டியோட அடிப்படையில இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யற அசெட் வகையை பொறுத்து. ஆனா இன்னும் உங்களுக்கு சரியான மேட்ச் கிடைக்கலன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. உங்க தேவைகளுக்கு இன்னும் பொருத்தமான ஆப்ஷன்களை பாக்குறீங்களா? சரி, நிர்வகிக்கப்படும் விதத்தில் தரம் பிரிக்கப்படும் மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் ஸ்கீம்கள் உள்ளன. இந்த சீனை நினைச்சு பாருங்க. ஒரு பெரிய ரேஸ் நாள், எல்லாரும் பரபரப்புல இருக்காங்க. தொடங்கியாச்சு. இதோ வருது நீலம். ஆல் டைம் வேர்ல்ட் சாம்பியன் 17வது ராலியை ஜெயிக்க தயாரா இருக்கு. அதுதான் நிச்சயமா சாம்ப், தோல்வியே இல்ல. ஓ, இன்னைக்கு 2 பேர் அதை தோக்கடிக்க போறாங்க. பாருங்க, சிவப்ப தாவி ஓடுது, பாதுகாப்பா வருது, நீலத்துக்கு ரொம்ப பக்கத்துல வர துடிக்குது. இது டையா கூட மாறலாம். ஆனா இது என்ன, இன்னொரு கார் பின்னாடி நின்னு வேகமா வருது. இது போட்டி போட்டு நிச்சயமா முந்த துடிக்குது. பாய்ஞ்சு முந்தி போகுது, நிஜமாவே வேகமா போகுது. அது முந்திடுமா? யாரு ரேஸ்ல ஜெயிப்பாங்க? 3 வலிமையான போட்டியாளர்கள் ட்ராக்ல இன்னைக்கு இருக்காங்க. லேடிஸ் அண்ட் ஜென்டில்மேன், இந்த கேரக்டர்கள் தெரிஞ்ச மாதிரி இருக்கா? போட்டி போடுற வகை, பாதுகாப்பா விளையாடுற வகை, நிர்வகிக்கிற முறையில இந்த ஸ்கீம்கள் மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்கள்ல பரந்த வகைகளுக்கு நம்மள கொண்டு போகுது.
ஆக்டிவ்லி மேனேஜ்ட் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் என்பது ஃபண்ட் மேனேஜருக்கு போர்ட்ஃபோலியோவை ஸ்கீமின் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் அப்ஜெக்டிவ் மற்றும் முயற்சியின் அடிப்படை மூலம் பெஞ்ச்மார்க் இண்டெக்ஸை தாண்டி செயல்பட வைக்கும் திறமையை தருகிறது. ஒரு பேசிவ்லி மேனேஜ்ட் ஃபண்ட் முன் விவரிக்கப்பட்ட அலகுகளின் அடிப்படையில் நிலையான முறையில் போர்ட்ஃபோலியோவை வளர்க்க முயற்சிக்கும். உதாரணமாக, சில இண்டெக்ஸ் ஸ்கீம்களில் பெஞ்ச்மார்க்கோடு ஃபண்ட் மேனேஜர் போர்ட்ஃபோலியோவை ரீபேலன்சிங் செய்ய பொதுவாக பேசிவ் ரோல் முறையில் செயல்படுவார். இப்படி இந்த ஸ்கீமின் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் பெஞ்ச்மார்க்கின் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸுக்கு ஏற்றபடியே இருக்கும்.
இன்னும் இருக்கு, சில வருஷங்களா இந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி வளர்ந்துகிட்டே இருக்கு. மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் கம்பெனிஸ் வழக்கமான ஈக்விட்டி, டெட், ஹைபிரிட் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் தவிர பல ஸ்கீம்ஸ் கொண்டு வந்திருக்கு.
கோல்ட் ஃபண்ட்ஸ், கோல்ட் எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் ட்ரேடட் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் அல்லது கோல்ட் செக்டர் ஃபண்ட்ஸை போல கோல்ட் இடிஎஃப்களும் மார்க்கெட்டில் இருக்கும் கோல்டு பிரைஸுக்கேற்ப நகரும் என்ஏவியோடு கோல்டில் இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யும் இண்டெக்ஸ் ஃபண்டை போல கோல்ட் செக்டர் ஃபண்டுகள் கோல்ட் மைனிங் அண்ட் ப்ராசஸிங் செய்யும் கம்பெனிகளின் ஷேர்களில் முதலீடு செய்யும். இந்த ஷேர்களின் பிரைஸ்கள் அந்த கம்பெனிகளின் ப்ராஃபிட்டபிலிட்டி, கோல்டு ரிசர்வ்களோடு நெருக்கமான சம்பந்தம் கொண்டது. அதோடு கமாடிட்டி ஃபண்டுகளும் உள்ளன. பெயருக்கேற்றது போல் இந்த ஃபண்டுகள் கமாடிட்டி அசெட்களில் இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யப்படுகின்றன. உதாரணமாக ஃபுட் கிராப், ஃபைபர்ஸ், இண்டஸ்ட்ரியல் மெட்டல்ஸ், எனர்ஜி ப்ராடக்ட்ஸ் மற்றும் ப்ரீஷியஸ் மெட்டல்ஸ். ஆனால் இந்தியாவில் உள்ள மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் ஸ்கீம்களுக்கு கமாடிட்டிகளில் இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்ய அனுமதி கிடைக்கவில்லை. ஆகவே இந்த ஃபண்டுகள் பொதுவாக கமாடிட்டி செக்டர் ஃபண்டுகளாக உருவாக்கப்பட்டு கமாடிட்டி பிசினஸ்களில் உள்ள கம்பெனி ஷேர்களில் இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யப்படுகின்றன.
நீங்க இன்டர்நேஷனல் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் கூட தேர்ந்தெடுக்கலாம். அதுல உங்க பணம் வெளிநாட்டுல இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யப்படும். ஏன்னா ஒரு மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் இந்தியாவுல உங்களை போல இன்வெஸ்டர்களுக்கு ஸ்கீம்களை வழங்கலாம். உங்க பணத்தை வெளிநாட்டிலும் இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யலாம். நிம்மதியா இருக்குல்ல? இந்த மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் ஒரு ஃபாரின் ஃபண்டோட கூட்டு வச்சுக்கலாம். அதோட இந்தியா ஃபண்ட்ல சேகரிக்கப்பட்ட பணம் மாஸ்டர் ஃபண்ட்ல முதலீடு செய்யப்படும். இத போல ஒரு ஃபீடர் ஃபண்ட் ஏதாவது ஒரு இன்டர்நேஷனல் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட்ல குறிப்பிட்ட ஒரு நாட்டிலேயோ இல்ல பல நாடுகள்ல பயன்படுத்தப்படலாம். உதாரணமா, உங்ககிட்ட இந்தியாவுல இருக்கிற ஒரு ஃபண்ட் குறிப்பிட்ட ஒரு யுஎஸ் ஓரியன்டட் ஃபண்ட்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யப்படலாம்.
கடைசியாக, டொமஸ்டிக் ஃபீடர் ஃபண்டுகளில் எந்த விதமான ஸ்கீம்களில் இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யப்படும் என்று ப்ரீ ஸ்பெசிஃபை செய்யப்படும். அதோடு இன்வெஸ்டர்களுக்கு மல்டிபிள் ஸ்கீம்களில் சிரமமின்றி தேர்ந்தெடுக்கும்படி டிசைன் செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கிறது.
எவ்வளவு விஷயங்கள் இருக்கு இல்லையா? இந்த போரிங் சப்ஜெக்ட ஆர்வமூட்டுற நடவடிக்கைகளா நீங்க தேர்ந்தெடுக்க மாத்திருக்கும். இதனால உங்க இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜியை பத்தி ஒரு முடிவை தெரியப்படுத்தலாம். ரேசிங் கார்ஸை பத்தி யோசிச்சு பாருங்க. ரேஸ்ல ஜெயிக்க எவ்வளவு ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிஸும் வழியும் இருக்குன்னு நினைச்சு பாருங்க.
இந்த வீடியோவை பார்த்து மகிழ்ச்சி அடைஞ்சிருப்பீங்க நம்புறோம். இன்னும் பாருங்க, பல இன்வெஸ்டிங் கான்செப்டை நீங்க கத்துக்க நாங்க உதவி செய்யறோம். உங்க அபிப்பிராயத்தை எங்களுக்கு editor@templeton.com தெரிவிக்கலாம்.
மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் முதலீடுகள் சந்தை அபாயங்களுக்கு உட்பட்டவை. திட்டம் சார்ந்த ஆவணங்களை கவனமாக படிக்கவும். ஈக்விட்டி மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்டின் வகைகள் பார்ட் 1.
ஈக்விட்டிஸ்ங்கிற விஷயம் உலகமெங்கும் எல்லா இன்வெஸ்டர்களுக்கும் ரொம்ப சுவாரஸ்யமான ஒன்று. உண்மையிலேயே இது ஒரு சில நிமிஷத்துல விளக்கவே முடியாது. அதனால இதை மெதுவா தொடங்கலாம். நாம ஈக்விட்டி மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் உள்ள இறங்குறதுக்கு முன்னாடி இந்த வார்த்தைகளுடைய அர்த்தத்தை புரிஞ்சுக்க முயற்சிக்கலாம். ஈக்விட்டி ஸ்டாக் அல்லது ஈக்விட்டி ஷேர் கூட்டாக ஈக்விட்டிஸ்னு அழைக்கப்படும். இந்த வார்த்தை உருவாயிருக்கிற வார்த்தைகள் ஈக்விட்டபிள் அல்லது ஈக்குவலி டிவைடட்.
சரி, இத கற்பனை செய்யுங்க. நீங்க பீக் சம்மர்ல ஒரு ஃப்ரூட் மார்க்கெட்டுக்கு போறீங்க. அங்க ஒரு பிரம்மாண்டமான வாட்டர்மெலனை பாக்குறீங்க. பல பேர் இதை வாங்க விரும்புறாங்க, ஆனா தகுதி இல்ல. காரணம், உண்மையில இது ரொம்பவே பெருசு, விலையும் ரொம்ப அதிகம். இந்த பெரிய வாட்டர்மெலனோட சொந்தக்காரருக்கு இது தெரியும். அதனால அவர் இந்த வாட்டர்மெலனை சிறிய
The financial advisory business is rapidly evolving from offering just sales-based advice to advice-based sales of financial products. Advice that ensures customers can avail of better performing financial products that offer higher returns and enhanced security. This advice that empowers financial advisors to offer quality services is based on an understanding of numerous factors that influence the performance of financial products. Understanding that is gathered through a deeper understanding and solid analytics. Ifan, shaping tomorrow's financial planners. Independent Financial Associates Network, Ifan, is a B2B distribution platform for financial products that supports its associates to enhance their advisory and client services with the help of innovative technology and unbiased research. Established in 2005, Ifan possesses over 75 years of combined work experience in the financial industry. Ifan was founded with a vision to establish itself as a reliable partner for business growth and higher profitability that empowers financial advisors in India with a comprehensive range of investment products and services by being a one point of contact for all financial product and asset classes. Ifan offers a web-based B2B financial products and services platform where financial advisors and distributors can gain access to services like basket of products, research, financial planning, e-Nivesh, online wrap solutions, portfolio monitoring, CRM, commission management, training, financial planning, and trailer monitoring. It serves as an efficient, low-cost, plug-and-play model for advisors to scale up their business in a standardized manner. Ifan also offers professional back-office services for product research, marketing, and legal and compliance. Ifan provides efficient online access to its clients, enabling them to monitor all investments under one roof. Manufacturers can access Ifan's widespread professional associate network across the country. The greatest benefit that an associate of Ifan would hold is with Ifan's assistance, he would be in a position to grow his business both in quality and quantity. Ifan's research-based B2B platform offers various asset classes, covering mutual funds, debt, equity, real estate, home loan, LAP, and LAS to over 50,000 clients through a 1,000 plus dedicated associates network in 87 cities in India. The company has been ranked in top 50 distributors in India amongst over 90,000 distributors in mutual fund. Ifan also ranks amongst the top 5 distributors in company fixed deposit mobilization. Being a large institute and aggregator has an advantage to negotiate with financial product providers and thus offer higher short-term and long revenue to its associates. This also helps associates sustain their skilled manpower, thereby helping them increase their client base. As an associate starts increasing his network, he will have the potential to earn higher revenues across product classes. Ifan partners include a company that enables IFAs to gain greater efficiency and the ability to tap into economies of scale and at the same time help them deliver better service performance for their clients without increasing the cost. Ifan has taken the initiative to lead the change and facilitate a paradigm shift from the current sales-based advice to a more effective advice-based sales model in the financial services sector. Ifan.
देख कुछ होता है तो फोन कर। हाँ विकास, 1 लाख की जरूरत है। शर्मा, गुप्ता, सेन।
क्या वर्मा, धंधा जोरों पर है। बड़े बड़े नंबर लिख रहा है, 0 पर 0 लगा रहा है।
कहाँ का धंधा? 2 बड़े पेमेंट आने थे, एंड टाइम पर रुक गए। और जो फ्लैट मैंने बुक किया था, इस महीने उसकी भी पेमेंट आ गई। बेटे की फीस और इस बार पिताजी ने भी थोड़े पैसे मंगाए हैं। महीने के जो रेगुलर खर्चे होते हैं, दूध वाला, बाई, पेट्रोल, क्रेडिट कार्ड वगैरह वगैरह, वो तो वैसे ही हैं।
ये खर्चे तो होते ही हैं यार। तूने ऐसी हालत क्यों बनाई हुई है?
सेविंग अकाउंट पूरा खाली कर देने के बाद भी ये सारे खर्चे पूरे नहीं हो पा रहे, तो पेमेंट रुक गए, वो अलग।
बाकी पैसे कहाँ गए? सब उड़ा दिए?
अरे नहीं, इन्वेस्ट किए हुए हैं, लेकिन इक्विटी फंड अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स कर रहे हैं। कुछ लॉक इन पीरियड में है। ज्वेलरी कैसे बेच दूं, एफडी तोड़ूं या बॉन्ड करूं तो क्या करूं? अब तुरंत पैसे की जरूरत है।
ओह, या तो पैसा सेविंग में या इन्वेस्टेड, लिक्विड में कुछ नहीं है।
अरे सेविंग अकाउंट लिक्विड ही तो है।
मतलब लिक्विड फंड ठीक जिंदगी के ऐसे मोड़ों के लिए जहां अभी तू खड़ा है।
मतलब कि क्या?
लिक्विड फंड म्यूचुअल फंड की एक कैटेगरी है।
और एंट्री एंड एग्जिट लोड?
लिक्विड फंड में जनरली कोई एंट्री एग्जिट लोड नहीं होता, तो इसमें एंट्री एंड एग्जिट लोड का नो प्रॉब्लम।
तो फिर
लिक्विड फंड का पैसा गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज जैसे कि ट्रेजरी बिल्स और दूसरी शॉर्ट टर्म डेट सिक्योरिटीज जैसे टर्म डिपॉजिट, सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ डिपॉजिट्स, कमर्शियल पेपर्स इत्यादि में इन्वेस्ट होता है, जिसकी मैच्योरिटी 91 डेज से ऊपर नहीं होती। जब चाहो तब अपना पैसा निकाल सकते हो।
और रिटर्न भी देता है?
बिल्कुल।
तो आज का किस्सा निपट जाए तो सबसे पहला काम यही करूंगा।
और आज के लिए मैं तेरा लिक्विड फंड बन जाता हूँ। दोस्त भी तो लिक्विड फंड की तरह ऐसे ही मौकों पर काम आते हैं।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.
துண்டா வெட்ட முடிவெடுக்கிறார். வேற விதமா சொல்ல போனா ஈக்குவல் சைஸ் ஷேர்ஸ். இத வாங்கக்கூடியவர்களுக்கு இது சரியாவும் அமையறது. அவங்க எல்லாரும் கியூல நிக்கறாங்க துண்டுகளை வாங்க. அதிக பணம் வச்சிருக்கிறவங்க அதிக துண்டு வாட்டர்மெலன் வாங்கலாம்.
ஆக ஒவ்வொரு துண்டு வாட்டர்மெலனை போலவே ஈக்விட்டி ஸ்டாக்ங்கிறது ஒரு கம்பெனியுடைய ஒரு ஷேர். அதிக ஷேர்களை பெற்ற இன்வெஸ்டர்கள் அதிக பங்கு லாபம் அல்லது கம்பெனி டிக்ளேர் செஞ்ச டிவிடெண்ட பெறலாம். வெளிப்படையா சொல்றதா இருந்தா கம்பெனி ஷேர்கள்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்றதுங்கிறது வாட்டர்மெலனுடைய ஒரு ஷேரை வாங்குறதை விட சிக்கலான விஷயம்.
அடிப்படையில ஈக்விட்டி ஃபண்ட்ஸ்ங்கிறது முக்கியமா ஈக்விட்டி ஷேர்ஸ் அல்லது ஸ்டாக்ஸ்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யக்கூடியது. மொத்தத்துல இது ஈக்விட்டிஸ் என்று அழைக்கப்படும். சரியா?
ஆமா. இப்போ இந்த ஸ்டைல் ஆஃப் இன்வெஸ்டிங்கின் அடிப்படையில ஈக்விட்டி ஃபண்ட்ஸை ஒரு பரந்த விதத்துல வகைப்படுத்தலாம். வேல்யூ ஸ்டைல்ங்கிறது சுலபமா சொல்ல போனா பார்கெயின் பையிங். முதலாவதாக ஒரு ஈக்விட்டி அனலிஸ்ட் டீம் அல்லது ஃபண்ட் மேனேஜர் கம்பெனியோட வணிக மதிப்பீடு செஞ்சு பல காரணிகளை அடிப்படையாக கொண்டு பிரைஸ் பர் ஷேரை குறிப்பார். ஒரு வேல்யூ இன்வெஸ்டர் இந்த ஷேரோட தற்போதைய மார்க்கெட் பிரைஸ் அசஸ்ட் பிரைஸை விட குறைவாக இருந்தால் மட்டுமே இதை வாங்குவார்.
இது ஒரு உதாரணத்தோட முயற்சிக்கலாம். அதாவது இப்ப இன்னும் கோடை காலம், உலன் ஜாக்கெட்ஸ் விற்பனை செய்யற ஒரு கடை வேற ஒரு சிட்டிக்கு ரீலோகேட் ஆகுது. சாமான்களை குறைக்க ஸ்டாக் கிளியரன்ஸ் அனௌன்ஸ் செய்யறாங்க. இப்ப பல பேர் கோடை காலத்துல உலன் ஜாக்கெட்ஸ் வாங்குறதுல உள்ள மதிப்பை அறியாம இருக்கலாம். ஆனா சில பேர் எல்லா ஸ்டாக்கையும் டிஸ்கவுண்டட் விலையில வாங்க முடிவெடுக்கிறாங்க. காரணம் அவங்களுக்கு தெரியும் குளிர்காலத்துல இந்த ஜாக்கெட்ஸோட விலை உயரலாம்.
பிரதி ஸ்மார்ட் இல்லையா? இதே மாதிரி சில நேரங்கள்ல ஸ்டாக் மார்க்கெட்ல இன்வெஸ்டர்கள் பேனிக் ஆகி ஸ்டாக்கை விற்பாங்க. அதோட விளைவு குறைந்த விலையில ஸ்டாக்ஸ் கிடைக்கும். கம்பெனியோட வேல்யூ தெரியாம இருக்கும்போது அண்டர் பிரைசிங் ஆஃப் ஸ்டாக்ஸும் ஏற்படுது. இதை போல மிஸ்பிரைசிங்கை தான் வேல்யூ இன்வெஸ்டர்கள் தேடுறாங்க. ஃபண்ட் மேனேஜரால தான் ஒரு கம்பெனியுடைய ஹிடன் வேல்யூவை கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியும். மற்றவங்க அதை நழுவ விட்டாங்க, இப்ப அதை வாங்கவும் தொடங்குவாங்க. அதே சமயம் வேற சிலர் கம்பெனியுடைய வேல்யூவை உணரும் போது அவங்களும் வாங்க தொடங்குவாங்க. ஸ்டாக் பிரைசஸும் அப்ரிஷியேட் ஆகி ஒரு நபருடைய இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட்டும் அப்ரிஷியேட் ஆகும். அது இன்வெஸ்டருக்கு ஒரு பெரிய பார்கெனை கொடுக்கும். அவங்க காத்திருந்ததுக்கான பலன் தான் அது.
ஆனா நீங்க இதுக்கு பதிலா ஒரு கலெக்டிவ்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்றீங்கன்னு வச்சுப்போம். மைக்கேல் ஏஞ்சலோ பெயிண்டிங்க போல. ஆமா, அதனோட விலையும் ரொம்ப அதிகமா இருக்கலாம். ஆனா நீங்க இந்த ஐட்டம்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்ய விரும்புறீங்க. ஏன்னா உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் இதோட வேல்யூ நாளைக்கு பெருகி உங்களுக்கு நல்ல வருமானத்தை கொடுக்கும்.
எக்ஸாக்ட்லி. இந்த லாஜிக்கை தான் growth ஸ்டைல் இன்வெஸ்டிங் கடைபிடிக்குது. அது என்னன்னா ஒரு ரீசனபிள் ரேட்ல ப்ராஃபிட்டை தொடர்ந்து அதிகரிக்கிற நிறுவனங்கள்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்றது. அந்த நிலையில ஃபண்ட் மேனேஜர் விலை அதிகமா இருந்தாலும் சரி ஸ்டாக்ஸை வாங்கலாம். காரணம் எதிர்கால வளர்ச்சி இந்த கரண்ட் ஹை பிரைஸை ஜஸ்டிஃபை பண்ணிடும்.
உண்மையில ரொம்பவே சுலபம் இல்லையா? நீங்க செய்ய விரும்புவது என்னன்னா ஆப்டிமம் பர்ச்சேஸுக்காக பெரிய பார்கெயின்ல சீப் ஸ்டாக்ஸோடு வளர்ச்சியான வேல்யூ கொடுக்கும் விலை உயர்ந்த ஸ்டாக்ஸின் காம்பினேஷன்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்வது. உங்க டிசிஷன் மேக்கிங்குக்காக இது கண்டிப்பா ஒரு பெரிய கணிப்பீடு.
இது மட்டும் இல்ல, இன்னும் பல வழிகளில் ஈக்விட்டி ஃபண்ட்ஸை வகைப்படுத்தலாம். தனிப்பட்ட குணங்களோட இன்வெஸ்டர்கள் தங்கள் தேவைக்கேற்ப சுலபமான ஒன்றை கண்டறிவதற்காக. எங்களுடைய அடுத்த 2 வீடியோல இன்னும் பல வகையான ஈக்விட்டி ஃபண்ட்ஸை பார்க்கலாம். போர்ட்ஃபோலியோ கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் தீம்ஸோட அடிப்படையிலையும் மற்றும் போர்ட்ஃபோலியோல உள்ள கம்பெனிகளுடைய அளவை பொறுத்தும். இந்த வீடியோவை பார்த்து மகிழ்ச்சி அடைஞ்சிருப்பீங்க நம்புறோம். இன்னும் பாருங்க, பல இன்வெஸ்டிங் கான்செப்டை நீங்க கத்துக்க நாங்க உதவி செய்யறோம். உங்க அபிப்பிராயத்தை எங்களுக்கு editor@templeton.com தெரிவிக்கலாம்.
மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் முதலீடுகள் சந்தை அபாயங்களுக்கு உட்பட்டவை. திட்டம் சார்ந்த ஆவணங்களை கவனமாக படிக்கவும். ஈக்விட்டி மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்ஸின் வகைகள் பார்ட் 2.
இதுக்கு முந்தின வீடியோல ஸ்டைல் ஆஃப் இன்வெஸ்டிங்க்கு உட்பட்ட ஃபண்டுகளை பத்தி பேசினோம். இது இன்னும் முடியல. ஷேர்கள் இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யப்படும் இடத்தை பொறுத்தும் அல்லது ஷேர் ஹோல்டிங் வகைகளை பொறுத்தும் இந்த ஃபண்ட்ஸுக்கு இன்னும் பல பிரிவுகள் இருக்கு. இது தெரிஞ்சா இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட்டை ஆப்டிமைஸ் பண்ண முடியும்.
ரெகுலர் ஃப்ரூட் பாஸ்கெட் விலையில உங்களுக்கு ஒரு கார்டன்ல உள்ள வெவ்வேறு மரங்களோட வெவ்வேறு தரத்தின் பலவிதமான பழங்களை தேர்ந்தெடுக்கும் வாய்ப்பு இருக்குன்னு வச்சுப்போம். இதுதான் மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்டோட முக்கியமான கொள்கை. ஒப்பிடும் வகையில குறைந்த செலவுல டைவர்சிபிகேஷன். இந்த கொள்கையை பத்தி இன்னும் சொல்லணும்னா, ஒரு டைவர்சிஃபைட் ஈக்விட்டி ஃபண்ட் தன் போர்ட்போலியோவை பலதரப்பட்ட ஸ்டாக்ஸ் உடைய பாஸ்கெட்ல பரப்புறது. ஆனா ஒரு விஷயம், உங்களை போல பல பேருக்கு ஆப்பிள் மட்டும் தான் பிடிக்கும். அதனால ஆப்பிள்ஸ் பிரபலமாகிறது, அதோட டிமாண்டும் அதிகமாகிறது. இதனால இந்த ஆப்பிள்ஸ் வளர உதவி செய்யும் பொருட்களை உற்பத்தி செய்யும் கம்பெனிகளும் நன்மை அடையிறது இந்த ஆப்பிள்ஸ்களின் பாப்புலாரிட்டினால.
ஆமா, ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட இண்டஸ்ட்ரி முன்னேறும் போது அது தன் எல்லா சப்ளையர்களையும் அழைத்து செல்கிறது. இதே போலதான் நம்ம 2வது வகை ஈக்விட்டி ஃபண்டை வகைப்படுத்தலாம். இந்த ஃபண்ட்ஸ் ஒன்றுக்கு மேலான இண்டஸ்ட்ரி அல்லது செக்டர்கள்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்கிறது, பொதுவாக ஒரு தொடர்பு இருக்கின்ற விதத்துல. ஆனா இதோட தேவை எப்போதும் அவசியம் இல்லை. உதாரணமா, கடந்த 5 வருஷத்துல இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர் ரொம்பவே பிரபலமாயிருக்கு. இதோட அடிப்படையில நாட்டோட இன்ஃப்ராஸ்ட்ரக்சர் டெவலப்மெண்ட்டுக்கு உதவற அல்லது அதை அஃபெக்ட் பண்ற செக்டர் அல்லது இண்டஸ்ட்ரிகள்ல ஈக்விட்டி ஃபண்ட்ஸ் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணுது.
சரி, ஆனா உண்மை என்னன்னா, கிங் ஆஃப் ஃப்ரூட்ஸ் அதாவது மாம்பழம், மாம்பழத்தை போல ஒரு பழமும் கிடையாது. நீங்க கவனிச்சிருக்கீங்களா எப்படி எல்லா வகை மாம்பழத்துக்கும் டிமாண்ட் எப்போதும் இருக்குன்னு? அது அல்பான்சோ, தஷேரி, லங்கடா, தூதியா இல்ல மால்டாவா இருக்கட்டும், எல்லாருமே மாம்பழம் சாப்பிட விரும்புவாங்க. அதனால நீங்க எல்லாத்தையும் அந்த அற்புதமான பழத்திலேயே கூட இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யலாம்.
இதே போலதான் செக்டர் ஃபண்ட்ஸை வகைப்படுத்துறது. இந்த வகை ஃபண்டுகளின் நோக்கம் குறிப்பிட்ட இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸை மட்டுமே சார்ந்து இருக்கும். குறிப்பிட்ட செக்டர்ல உள்ள கம்பெனிகளை கொண்டு போர்ட்போலியோவை அமைக்கிறது. இன்வெஸ்டருக்கு வழங்கப்பட்டிருக்கும் வாய்ப்புகளை பயன்படுத்த அனுமதிக்குது. பொதுவாக பார்மா, எஃப்எம்சிஜி இதை போல.
இந்த கார்டன்ல மட்டும்தான் பழங்களை வாங்க முடியும்னு யார் சொன்னா? இப்ப நாம போற அநேகமான சூப்பர் மார்க்கெட்ல உலகத்தின் பல இடங்களோட பழங்கள் கிடைக்கிறது. உலகம் பூரா பரவி இருக்கிற மத்த கார்டன்கள், அங்கேயும் பல அற்புதமான பழங்கள் இருக்கு.
இன்டர்நேஷனல் அல்லது கிராஸ் பார்டர் டைவர்சிபிகேஷனும் ரொம்ப பாப்புலர். ஒரு இன்வெஸ்டருக்கு வெளிநாட்டுல கிடைக்கும் வாய்ப்புகளை பயன்படுத்த அனுமதிக்குது. இதோட பல எக்கானமிஸ், பல நாடுகளின் டைவர்சிஃபைடு போர்ட்ஃபோலியோவின் நன்மையையும் பெற முடியும். இது ரிஸ்கையும் ரொம்ப குறைக்குது. பிரமாதம் இல்லையா?
கண் முன்னால இருக்கிற ஈக்விட்டி ஆப்ஷன்களை பார்த்தா குழப்பமா தான் இருக்கலாம். இதுக்காக நீங்க ஒவ்வொரு வித ஃப்ரூட்ஸோட நன்மைகளை உணர்வதற்காக பழங்களை நல்லபடி கிளாசிஃபை செஞ்சிருக்கீங்கன்னு நம்புறோம். மறுபடியும் ரிவ்யூ செய்யறதுக்கு டயத்தை எடுத்துக்கோங்க. காரணம், நீங்க ஒரு தடவை இந்த வித்தியாசங்களை புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா ஈக்விட்டி மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யறது ரொம்பவே சுலபம்.
இந்த வீடியோவை பார்த்து மகிழ்ச்சி அடைஞ்சிருப்பீங்க நம்புறோம். இன்னும் பாருங்க, பல இன்வெஸ்டிங் கான்செப்டை நீங்க கத்துக்க நாங்க உதவி செய்யறோம். உங்க அபிப்பிராயத்தை எங்களுக்கு editor@templeton.com தெரிவிக்கலாம்.
மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் முதலீடுகள் சந்தை அபாயங்களுக்கு உட்பட்டவை. திட்டம் சார்ந்த ஆவணங்களை கவனமாக படிக்கவும். ஈக்விட்டி மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்ஸின் வகைகள் பார்ட் 3.
நாங்க வந்துட்டோம். நாம ஏற்கனவே டைப் ஆஃப் இன்வெஸ்டிங் அடிப்படையில ஈக்விட்டி ஃபண்டுகளை வகைப்படுத்த கத்துக்கிட்டோம். வேல்யூ மற்றும் growth, மேலும் இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணப்படுற ஸ்டாக்கின் வகையிலையும். கடைசியா சில வகைகள் சைஸ், ரெபுடேஷன், கம்பெனி மேக்னிடியூடின் அடிப்படையில அவங்க இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட்டை மதிப்பிடும் இன்வெஸ்டர்களுக்கு மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட்ஸை போர்ட்ஃபோலியோல இருக்கிற கம்பெனிகளின் அளவின் அடிப்படையிலையும் வகைப்படுத்தலாம். இதே போல சில வகைகளை இப்ப நாம பார்க்கலாம். லார்ஜ் கேப் ஃபண்ட்ஸ், மிட் கேப் ஃபண்ட்ஸ், ஸ்மால் கேப் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் மற்றும் மல்டி கேப் அல்லது ஃப்ளெக்ஸி கேப் ஃபண்ட்ஸ். கேப்ங்கிறது கேபிட்டலைசேஷன் அல்லது மார்க்கெட் கேபிட்டலைசேஷன்.
நீங்க ஒரு பாசாங்க செய்யுங்க. இந்த சீசன் அந்த ஹவுஸ் பப்ளிஷ் செய்யறதுக்கு ரைட்டர்ஸ் செலக்ட் பண்றது உங்க கையில. ஏராளமான ரைட்டர்ஸோட செலக்ஷன் இருக்கு. ஆனா சில பேருக்கு தான் லிஸ்ட்ல இடம் கிடைக்கும். ரிட்டர்னை உறுதிப்படுத்த ஏற்கனவே பல புக்ஸ் பப்ளிஷ் செஞ்ச வெற்றிகரமான ரைட்டரை செலக்ட் பண்றது வெளிப்படையான விஷயம். அவர் பேர்லயே 10 லட்சம் காப்பீஸ் வித்து போகும். இந்த ஃபேமஸ் ரைட்டருக்கு நிறைய பணம் கொடுக்கணும். இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட்டை பொறுத்தவரை ரிட்டர்ன்ஸ் மார்ஜினல் தான். ஆனா இந்த இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் நிலையான ரிட்டர்ன்ஸை தரக்கூடியது.
அதே போல லார்ஜ் மார்க்கெட் கேபிட்டலைசேஷன் உள்ள கம்பெனிஸ் பொதுவாக அதன் மார்க்கெட் செக்மெண்ட்ல லீடரா விளங்கும். அதிக பிசினஸ் ஸ்டெபிலிட்டி மற்றும் லிக்விடிட்டி உள்ள லார்ஜ் கேப் கம்பெனிஸ். லார்ஜ் கேப் ஸ்டாக்ஸ்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ற ஈக்விட்டி ஃபண்ட்ஸ் லார்ஜ் கேப் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் என்று அழைக்கப்படும்.
திரும்பி உதாரணத்துக்கு ஒரு ஸ்மார்ட் பப்ளிஷர்ங்கிற விதத்துல ரொம்ப திறமை வாய்ந்த புதுமுகங்களின் ரைட்டிங்ஸ் ஆராய விரும்பலாம். பிரபலமான ரைட்டரின் ஆதரவு அவங்க கிட்ட இல்லாம இருக்கலாம். ஆனா நினைவு இருக்கட்டும், பிரபலமான ரைட்டரின் விலையை விட குறைச்சல். இதனால குறைவான செலவுல அவர் ரைட்டிங்ஸ்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யும் வாய்ப்பை பெற்று அவர் பப்ளிகேஷன் வெற்றி அடைஞ்சா அதிக ரிட்டர்ன்ஸ் பெறலாம்.
அது உண்மை. லோவர் கேபிட்டலைசேஷன் உள்ள கம்பெனிஸ் பொதுவாக வணிக சூழ்நிலைக்கு புதிதான இன்னும் எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டு இருக்கிற கம்பெனிஸ் மிட் அல்லது ஸ்மால் கேப் கம்பெனிஸ். ஒப்பு நோக்கத்தக்க இவை ரொம்பவே ரிஸ்கி, லிக்விடிட்டியும் குறைச்சல், ஆனா பெரிதாக வளரும் சக்தி வாய்ந்ததாக இருக்கலாம். ஸ்மார்ட் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் மேனேஜர்ஸ் எப்பவுமே இதை போல சிறிய கம்பெனிகளை தேடிக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க. நாளைய மார்க்கெட் லீடர் ஆகும் திறமை வாய்ந்தவை இவை. இந்த கம்பெனிகளின் ஸ்டாக்கை கண்டெடுக்கிறதுனால உங்க இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் உண்மையான மதிப்பை பெற உதவியாக இருக்கும். அந்தந்த கம்பெனிகள் வளர்ற சமயத்துல ஸ்மால் அல்லது மிட் கேப் ஸ்டாக்ஸ்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணும் ஈக்விட்டி ஃபண்ட்ஸ் ஸ்மால் அல்லது மிட் கேப் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் என்று அழைக்கப்படும்.
இந்த மூணு காம்பினேஷன்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யற ஃபண்ட் ஃப்ளெக்ஸி கேப், மல்டி கேப் அல்லது ஆல் கேப் ஃபண்ட்ஸ் என்று அழைக்கப்படும். மார்க்கெட் கேப் சைஸின் எல்லா பரப்பிலும் இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்கிறது மற்றும் போர்ட்ஃபோலியோவில் லார்ஜ், மிட், ஸ்மால் கேப் ஸ்டாக்ஸ் என்ற தொகுதிகளும் இருக்கு. பியூர் ஈக்விட்டி ஃபண்ட்ஸ் தவிர ஈக்விட்டி ஓரியன்டட் ஃபண்ட்ஸும் இருக்கு. இது பெரும்பாலும் ஈக்விட்டிஸ்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்தா கூட ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட பகுதி ஃபிக்ஸ்ட் இன்கம்ல இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யறது. இவை பிரபலமாக பேலன்ஸ் ஃபண்ட் என்று அழைக்கப்படுகிறது. 65% ஈக்விட்டிஸிலும் மீதி ஃபிக்ஸ்ட் இன்கமிலும் இன்வெஸ்ட் செய்யப்படுகிறது. அதனால உங்க இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் சைஸ், ரெபுடேஷன் மற்றும் கம்பெனியின் அளவை பொறுத்து தீர்வு செய்வது நிச்சயமா ஒரு பெரிய கணிப்பீடு. இந்த புதுமையான வழக்கத்தை ஆலோசனை செய்யுங்க. இது உங்க பணமரமா மாறலாம், இல்ல உங்க தேவைக்கு ஏற்ப எல்லாத்தோட காம்பினேஷன்லயும் கூட.
இந்த வீடியோவை பார்த்து மகிழ்ச்சி அடைஞ்சிருப்பீங்க நம்புறோம். இன்னும் பாருங்க, பல இன்வெஸ்டிங் கான்செப்டை நீங்க கத்துக்க நாங்க உதவி செய்யறோம். உங்க அபிப்பிராயத்தை எங்களுக்கு editor@templeton.com தெரிவிக்கலாம்.
மியூச்சுவல் ஃபண்ட் முதலீடுகள் சந்தை அபாயங்களுக்கு உட்பட்டவை. திட்டம் சார்ந்த ஆவணங்களை கவனமாக படிக்கவும்.
Friends, the financial year 2015 has been a great year for equity investors. As the country heralds into a new dawn under the new leadership of Prime Minister Modi, and as the macroeconomic factors turn positive, we have also seen decent returns being made by equity investors in Indian equity markets. As we move forward to the new financial year, we move ahead with a lot of optimism as far as the economy as well as the equity markets are concerned. Our three pillars of optimism continue to be very, very dynamic and very vibrant. The first one is the macroeconomic factors turning positive. The second is the non-linear events, which is a fall in the crude prices, as well as a very robust governance, as well as focus on growth led by infrastructure, railways, defense, and so on and so forth. The third pillar is the earnings growth, and though the March quarter earnings are expected to be tepid, we expect in the next 3-4 years earnings to be quite robust. As we move forward, in the near term also, our view is that the markets might continue to show strength. The triggers for the near term obviously are passing of a few important bills which are likely in this month in the session of the parliament. We also expect the earnings upgrade as far as the country is concerned, and we believe that it's a matter of time before India's ratings are improved. And the most important thing, as we mentioned earlier, is the earnings growth. We also believe that the government spending, which was rather timid in the last financial year, should pick up pace as we enter the new financial year. With the fall in the crude prices, as also expectation of a slightly more robust taxation collection, we expect government spending led by infrastructure, railways, roads, defense to pick up meaningfully. This, along with a falling interest rate environment, should ensure that earnings growth trajectory comes back on track. We believe that that would be the biggest trigger as far as the equity markets are concerned. Thus, in short, from an Indian perspective, things look to be quite positive. From a global perspective, things have been a little volatile, especially earlier it was the Russian economy, and there was a wide swing in currencies with euro and British pound depreciating quite sharply. There were also concerns about stray countries here and there, including Greece. However, as we speak, things are starting to stabilize, and our view is that with a very easy liquidity scenario almost in all parts of the world, including Japan, China, Europe, and US, money flow into Indian markets, both equity and debt, should continue to be robust. So, even from a global perspective, things are looking quite good. In short, our optimism on the Indian economy and the Indian markets continue to be positive, and we would advise investors to continue to look at the Indian equity markets positively. Thank you and wish you a great financial year ahead. Happy investing and look forward to your support as always.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
What is a mutual fund and what are the benefits of investing in a mutual fund? Your financial requirements are likely to grow over time, and even though your income may grow at a steady pace, inflation will take its toll. Traditional forms of investments such as simple bank fixed deposits or investments in gold may not help you realize your dreams and goals. How do you derive the maximum benefit from surplus funds? How will your dream of buying a car, going on a holiday, or buying a house be realized? Mutual funds might be the answer. What is a mutual fund? A mutual fund is a collective investment tool that pools together money from many investors. These funds are then invested by a professional manager in various companies after carrying out considerable research. Mutual funds allow an individual to take part in the stock market without having to monitor its movements on a regular basis. The fund manager takes your money and invests in a wide range of stocks and fixed income investments or debt. With the technique of diversification, it is possible to counter market fluctuations and minimize risk. So, if a particular group of stocks in a portfolio does not do too well at a given time, there is a possibility that the loss is balanced or minimized by better performing stocks in that portfolio. Once invested, you are given units in the fund based on the amount you have invested. These units are easily redeemable, which means that you can liquidate these units simply and quickly. Net asset value, or NAV, represents the value of one unit of your investment after all fund management fees are paid. NAV multiplied by the number of units gives you the value of your investment. You can invest a lump sum or through a systematic investment plan. In summary, the benefits of investing in a mutual fund are professional investment management, increased diversification, liquidity, ability to participate in investments that may be available only to larger or institutional investors. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
The Indian equity markets have been quite resilient in the recent past, despite concerns such as slowing earnings growth trajectory, likely adverse impact of weak monsoon, and also global issues such as possible exit of Greece from Euro area and also slowing Chinese growth. Despite these concerns, overall markets have fared quite okay, although there were intermittent bouts of volatility during the quarter. This overall performance has been broadly in line with our expectations of a moderate year in terms of equity returns for 2015. Some of the concerns that I mentioned earlier continue to bother market participants even today. For example, on the earnings growth front, while there is going to be some recovery in the first quarter of this financial year, it's unlikely to be in line with the overall earnings expectations that are prevailing in the market. Overall, while the earnings growth for financial 16 are about 16 to 18% year-on-year growth, we believe that overall we may end up with maybe 10 to 12% kind of earnings growth. Secondly, on monsoon, while the monsoon started quite okay and there was above average rainfall for some time, we have recently encountered dry spell across India. So it remains to be seen whether overall monsoons will be affecting our economic growth, especially the rural income. We need to get a better hang of this, and this will be available only towards end of August or maybe by September. And also on the global issues such as Greece or China, there seems to be no immediate solution in sight. and these issues will continue to bother market participants. Added to that, you also have monsoon session of Parliament starting from 3rd week of July, where some of the key bills will be taken up for legislation, and depending on the direction of some of these key issues, the market will find its direction. The volatility that may be there in the short term could be an opportunity for investors to increase equity allocation. While financial year 16 could be a subdued year in terms of earnings growth, we believe that from 17 onwards, the earnings growth momentum will really pick up. We believe that this is going to be aided by supportive government policies, lower interest rates, and also economic recovery that's likely to happen. Overall, we believe that anybody who is investing in the next 6 months will actually gain from the wealth creation from financial year 17 and beyond. So it's a right opportunity to use this volatility and get invested in equity markets. From our product basket, we believe that for conservative investors, Kotak 50 could be an option. For all those investors who are regularly investing in equities and want a diversified exposure, either Kotak Select Focus or Kotak Opportunities could be good options. And for those aggressive investors who are looking for mid-cap allocation, Kotak Emerging Equity is an option.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
Hello everyone. Let me begin with the month gone by, the month of June. To begin with the good news first, a couple of things which happened in the month of June. We saw a rate cut of 25 basis points on 2nd of June. Secondly, we also saw more than anticipated better monsoons, contrary to the street expectation of a below normal monsoon. Also, the not so good things for the month of June largely were the heightened volatility that we saw in the fixed income markets. So on the day of the policy, yields which were hovering at about 7.65 levels actually inched up 25 to 30 basis points through the month, and approximately 20 to 25 basis points kind of volatility on either ways were experienced across the month of June. Now, what really triggered the reason? A couple of things. Firstly, the good news of the rate cut on 2nd of June was not really good news for the markets, largely because of the not so perceived dovish statement by the Reserve Banker, where the expectation was that the markets were led to believe that the central bank has gone on an extended or maybe a permanent sort of a pause on the rate easing front. So that obviously led to some dissatisfaction and a sell-off in the market. Secondly, the uncertainty brewing around the Greece front, which was due to make payment to the IMF, that again was a question mark. So we saw all-round volatility even in the global yields, anywhere in the range of 50 to 75 basis points. Nevertheless, the dust seems to have settled right now. Our take is that the Greece news is largely into the prices, and more specifically, Greece is a very insignificant portion of the entire Eurozone, less than 2%. So we do not perceive any direct impact on India as a country, as a region, both on the capital markets as also on the fixed income markets. What should the investors do right now? We believe that the yields heading towards the rightmost band, the 10-year benchmark, on the run benchmark yield is close to about 7.85%, and the old or the erstwhile 10-year benchmark is already trading above the 8% region. The rest of the yield curve on the sovereign side is anywhere in the band of 8.1 to 8.15. We believe that these are extremely, I would say, opportunistic buys to gain exposure on the duration front. To that extent, we remain constructive on the bond and the gilt story, and would recommend investors to stay put in duration funds or possibly increase allocations at the current levels. The reasons why we believe that the duration story will pan out is because we expect the Reserve Bank to ease rates probably by another 20.
The financial advisory business is rapidly evolving, from offering just sales-based advice to advice-based sales of financial products. Advice that ensures customers can avail of better performing financial products that offer higher returns and enhanced security. This advice that empowers financial advisors to offer quality services is based on an understanding of numerous factors that influence the performance of financial products. Understanding that is gathered through a deeper understanding and solid analytics. Ifan, shaping tomorrow's financial planners. Independent Financial Associates Network, Ifan, is a B2B distribution platform for financial products that supports its associates to enhance their advisory and client services with the help of innovative technology and unbiased research. Established in 2005, Ifan possesses over 75 years of combined work experience in the financial industry. Ifan was founded with a vision to establish itself as a reliable partner for business growth and higher profitability that empowers financial advisors in India with a comprehensive range of investment products and services by being a one point of contact for all financial product and asset classes. Ifan offers a web-based B2B financial products and services platform where financial advisors and distributors can gain access to services like basket of products, research, financial planning, e-Nivesh, online wrap solutions, portfolio monitoring, CRM, commission management, training, financial planning, and trailer monitoring. It serves as an efficient, low-cost, plug-and-play model for advisors to scale up their business in a standardized manner. Ifan also offers professional back-office services for product research, marketing, and legal and compliance. Ifan provides efficient online access to its clients, enabling them to monitor all investments under one roof. Manufacturers can access Ifan's widespread professional associate network across the country. The greatest benefit that an associate of Ifan would hold is with Ifan's assistance, he would be in a position to grow his business both in quality and quantity. Ifan's research-based B2B platform offers various asset classes, covering mutual funds, debt, equity, real estate, home loan, LAP, and LAS to over 50,000 clients through a 1,000 plus dedicated associates network in 87 cities in India. The company has been ranked in top 50 distributors in India amongst over 90,000 distributors in mutual fund. Ifan also ranks amongst the top 5 distributors in company fixed deposit mobilization. Being a large institute and aggregator has an advantage to negotiate with financial product providers and thus offer higher short-term and long revenue to its associates. This also helps associates sustain their skilled manpower, thereby helping them increase their client base. As an associate starts increasing his network, he will have the potential to earn higher revenues across product classes. Ifan partners include a company that enables IFAs to gain greater efficiency and the ability to tap into economies of scale and at the same time help them deliver better service performance for their clients without increasing the cost. Ifan has taken the initiative to lead the change and facilitate a paradigm shift from the current sales-based advice to a more effective, advice-based sales model in the financial services sector. Ifan.
Basis points before the end of financial year 2016 and probably for the remainder of calendar 2016 maybe another 50 basis points, but that would largely be contingent on the way inflation pans out. We do not expect monsoons to play significant havoc on the inflation at the current juncture, largely because of the past history of the current government being able to manage the food side supply if there were to be a below deficient or below normal monsoons. So with that, we believe that the outlook for interest rates continue to remain favorable. The shorter end of the yield curve is also reasonably well supported because of the fact that there is reasonably comfortable liquidity in the system. We expect this scenario to continue into the near future as well. The month of June also saw advance tax outflows which did not dent the shorter end of the yield curve, vindicating our stance that the current yield curve remains attractive as also supportive. What are the strategies that investors could look at the current juncture? Well, as I said, the duration pack continues to remain attractive, especially in the light of the recent 25 basis sell-off. So one could look at allocations to Kotak Gilt and Kotak Bond kind of strategies. We reiterate, for those investors who do not like or would not want to withstand such kind of volatilities, the short-term space with a higher accrual like Kotak Income Opportunities and Kotak Medium Term do make imminent sense. To conclude, we want to reiterate that volatility is something which is an inherent part of every asset class. One should not really shy away from it, but rather look to participate in the anticipation of making profits going forward. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
Hello friends, as part of our continuous endeavor to be closer to our investors in order to share our market views on a real-time basis, we have started with a series of interactions that we will have with you on a monthly basis. As part of the first series, I'll be sharing the debt views, broadly the views that we have for the financial year FY16. We have seen a meaningful reduction in rates across various tenors of around 100 to 125 basis points in the last 1 year. The fall in rates that we have seen in the last 1 year was obviously aided by a lowering of inflation and inflationary expectations, a lowering of the current account deficit numbers, sharp disinflationary forces that we saw in terms of commodity prices, as well as the fact that government's adherence to fiscal discipline has driven a lot of comfort in this system, both from an inflationary expectation perspective as well as from a RBI monetary management perspective. As a result, we have seen the Reserve Bank of India already having cut rates twice over since January of this calendar year. We do expect the Reserve Bank of India to cut rates by an additional 50 basis points in the next 6 to 9 months. This will be broadly aided by two primary reasons. One, we will continue to see these disinflationary pressures continue. As the government pursues on its path of fiscal consolidation, a lot of expenditure essentially that we have seen in the earlier years will be rationalized. Subsidies will be better targeted, and we will also see a lot more supply side responses from the government in terms of tackling inflation. And second, we are going to continue to see globally disinflationary pressures as far as commodity prices are concerned. So both from an inflation perspective as well as from a fiscal discipline perspective, we believe that the RBI will have the required comfort that will open up space for at least 50 basis points of further rate cuts from here on. What will aid the transmission of these rate cuts into the economy is also the significantly improved liquidity conditions that we see right now. Over the last 12 to 18 months, liquidity conditions in the system have improved significantly because of continued healthy FX flows, because of reducing pressures from currency in circulation, and also because we are seeing an improvement in financial savings. As we go along, we will continue to see a robust FX inflow environment, and also the fact that the government on its path of fiscal consolidation will also ensure that there is an impetus or there is a support provided to financial savings. Now that is the reason why we will see liquidity conditions improving. So better liquidity conditions along with a rate cut environment will essentially not only mean that yields come down, but also that the curve starts to bull steepen. And a bullish steepening of the yield curve has ramifications for products across the yield curve. From a Reliance Mutual Fund perspective, we believe that this is going to help in terms of performance of not only long duration products like the Dynamic Bond Fund and the Income Fund, but we also think that it may help in terms of performance of intermediate duration products much more. For example, products like the short-term bond fund, the ultra short-term funds, as well as the corporate bond fund, vis-a-vis what we have seen in the last 12 to 24 months. Hence, we think that investors who are looking at various options of investments into debt products, depending on their risk return profile and depending on their investment tenors, can decide between these intermediate duration products as well as long duration products like the dynamic bond fund for investments that will most likely deliver good returns over the next 12 to 24 months. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
What are tax saving schemes? These are schemes that help an investor save on taxes. Tax saving schemes offer tax rebates to the investors under specific provisions of the Income Tax Act 1961, as the government offers tax incentives for investment in specified avenues. These schemes are also known as equity-linked saving schemes or ELSS. The investment in these schemes has to stay for a minimum period of 3 years from the date of investment. These schemes are growth-oriented and invest predominantly in equities. The growth opportunities and risks associated with these schemes are like those of any equity-oriented scheme. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents and information carefully before investing.
Life is a roller coaster ride, full of ups and downs. Well, we all know that we have to save for retirement, children's education, family obligations, medical emergencies, travel. All the responsibilities and desires that life brings with it. But the truth is, no matter how much you save, it's never enough. Have you ever tried beating a treadmill while running on it? It invariably stays in front of you. Inflation is like a treadmill. If the rate of inflation on an average over the long term is greater than the return on your investment, then you will have lost the race before it even started. And as time passes by, the gap between your investment growth and cost increase due to inflation will only widen. If you still don't believe in the power of inflation, take a look at these numbers. Let's assume an average 5% rate of inflation over different time periods. For example, if you take a look at your monthly expenses currently, say they're about Rs 20,000. After 25 years, it will be above 67,000 rupees. If you want to send your child for higher education today, it would cost you about 5 lakh rupees. But after 15 years, it will be above 10 lakh rupees. If you want to marry your child today, it will cost you about 10 lakh. But after 20 years, it will be above 26 lakh rupees. So, if you want your investment returns to win the race against inflation, you need to choose an investment option that has the potential to perform with some momentum over a long period of time. How do you beat inflation? All you need is an investment vehicle which has the potential to deliver returns which are substantially higher than inflation over a long period of time. Did you know? Indian equity markets have given an average return of 17.73% since inception. An equity mutual fund scheme with a long-term track record and consistent performance, such as DSP BlackRock Top 100 Equity Fund or DSP BlackRock Equity Fund, could potentially be that vehicle which helps you comfortably stay ahead of inflation over time. Experience may have taught you that tasks done in a planned, disciplined, and systematic manner always deliver the best results in the long term. Well, wealth creation requires pretty much the same principles. It's all about systematic investment planning and maintaining that disciplined approach till you achieve your desired result. Use the power of compounding to your advantage. If you save a small sum of money regularly in an equity mutual fund, your money will work with greater power and it will significantly impact your wealth accumulation. That's the underlying principle of the power of compounding. But you need to start now. Even a seemingly small delay of 5 years can cost you the crorepati tag. Let me illustrate how. If you make a monthly investment of rupees 5,000 for a period of 15 years, you will have invested the sum of 9 lakh rupees. At an annualized return of 18% per annum, this 9 lakh will have grown to 45.96 lakh. Let's look at another scenario. If you invested the same 5,000 rupees every month over a period of 20 years, you will have invested a sum of rupees 12 lakh. At an annualized return of 18% per annum, this 12 lakh would have grown to, guess what? Rupees 1.17 crore. Therefore, that extra 5 years of investment has more than doubled your final corpus. Starting a SIP in an equity mutual fund allows you to take advantage of investing in equities and also seek diversification. In addition, it minimizes the effects of investing in volatile markets. You don't even have to worry about when and where to invest or even track daily market movements, as there is a professional fund manager taking care of your investments. Systematic investing significantly reduces the risks attached to market timing. Step 1. Select a mutual fund scheme of your choice from the basket of equity schemes available with DSP BlackRock Mutual Fund. Step 2. Select the monthly investment amount. Step 3. Decide the investment period. That is to say, for how long do you wish to invest on a regular basis? We recommend that for an investor to benefit from the power of compounding, you need to select a longer time period. For example, if you are starting a SIP to build a retirement corpus, you should select a period which is equal to the number of years that are left before you retire. Step 4. Decide on the frequency. That is to say, do you wish to opt for a monthly or quarterly SIP option? We recommend a monthly option. As if the power of compounding wasn't enough, investing with the help of SIPs also offers you the additional benefit of rupee cost averaging. Simply put, you buy more units at lower prices and less units at higher prices without having to track the market every day. So how does rupee cost averaging work? This is how. The amount you invest gets converted into units depending on the net asset value of the scheme you have invested in. NAV is the market value per unit of a fund. If the NAV in the first month is rupees 20 and you have invested rupees 2,000, you will get 100 units. Similarly, in the next month, if the NAV is rupees 25, you will get 80 units. The following month, if the NAV is rupees 18, then you will get 111 units. So, after 3 months, you would have 291 units. This means that investing through SIP helped you pay a lower price per unit. On an average, you would have paid only around rupees 20.61 per unit. The units get accumulated over a period of time. You can stay invested to the time you wish and redeem your units when you exit from the scheme. The units are redeemed at the applicable NAV and you get back your money with returns. You can also opt for a systematic transfer plan. Make a lump sum investment into one of our income funds along with instructions to transfer a fixed sum on a specific date into an equity scheme of your choice. All it requires is a one-time instruction on your part, which will be followed till such a time that the lump sum investment within your income scheme has been depleted, or You have instructed us to switch your investments into another equity scheme from within our basket of schemes. You can download our SIP calculator on your mobile phone. Just SMS SIP to 922 317 9333. You can also follow us on Facebook to get regular updates on DSP BlackRock mutual funds. Thank you for spending this time with us. We hope that you've enjoyed our presentation that's helped you understand systematic investment planning a bit better. Have a great day and happy investing.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents and information carefully before investing.
Why should we invest in mutual funds? We all save money. But then, a question comes to our mind. What do I do with the money? How can I get the maximum benefit out of it? After all, we worked really hard for it. We ask our friends and colleagues about where to invest. Well, some will say fixed deposits. Some say buy an insurance policy. But are these the best options we have? You see, with price rises and inflation touching the roof, how will your dreams like buying a car or going on a holiday ever become a reality? Mutual funds, trust me, is the answer. Now you see, when we hear about this mutual funds, it sounds very complicated. We think about filling forms, reading boring bank brochures, going through complex calculations, stock markets. It is simply not everyone's cup of tea. That is where mutual fund experts come in. Like most investors, you may have more interesting things to do in life, like, say, going to a movie or a weekend trip. So leaving investments to the experts is a practical and logical idea. After all, they are the experts. Now you may ask, what are the benefits of mutual funds? Mutual funds offer the convenience of liquidity. This means that you can get access to your money very easily and at short notice. All it takes is a phone call. It is almost like keeping your money in your existing bank account. The only difference? Your money has a better chance to grow in a mutual fund. Mutual funds provide the right diversification for your investments. It is a given that stock markets have ups and downs. There is no escape from that fact. To reduce this inherent risk, the asset management company does a very smart thing. They go and invest in not one, but various industries in equity and various securities in debt funds. Mutual funds are well regulated by SEBI, which means that it is always under the hawkeye of SEBI. So there's very less chance of fraud. People think that mutual funds are for those who make a lot of money. This is just a myth. There are mutual fund investments for the junior-most guy in the office to the big entrepreneur. So no matter how much you earn or what your risk appetite is, there is a plan for all of us. You could invest in low-risk products like cash and liquid funds, which have potentially steady returns. Or invest in high-risk products with potentially high returns. For your short-term goals like a foreign holiday or a car, there are debt funds. For long-term goals like your own house or daughter's marriage, there are equity funds. So you have a wide range of investment choices. So now you may say, this is a great idea, but what about the charges? I mean, they are mutual fund experts. The good news is that the charges are very low. Since a professional is managing a large pool of investors like you, the cost that you pay for a professional manager is shared and very small compared to the other investment options in the market. On top of getting good returns for your money, you can also avail long-term tax benefits. This is one of the greatest benefits of this investment. So in all, easy liquidity, diversification, regulated by SEBI, mutual fund is for everyone. Wide investment choices, low charges, long-term tax benefit. All these factors make mutual fund a very practical investment you should seriously consider. It is the stepping stone to your dream. So set your goals and start investing today. You are much closer to your dream than you think. To invest in mutual funds, call your financial advisor now. Call toll free 1-800-226622 or visit us at www.idfcmf.com.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
The magic of compounding. A long time ago, there was a king in India who loved to play games. He soon grew bored of all the games played at the time and wanted a new game that was challenging. He commissioned a poor mathematician who lived in his kingdom to come up with a new game. The mathematician invented the game of chess. When he showed it to the king, the ruler was so pleased that he gave the inventor the right to name his prize for the invention. The man, who was very wise, asked the king, "Your Highness, if you place just 1 grain of rice on the first square of this chessboard and double it for every square, I will consider myself well rewarded." "Are you sure?" asked the king, greatly surprised. "Just grains of rice, not gold?" "Yes, Your Highness," affirmed the humble man. "So it shall be," ordered the king, and his courtiers started placing the grain on the chessboard. 1 grain on the first square, 2 on the second, 4 on the third, 8 on the fourth, and so on. By the time they came to the 10th square, they had to place 512 grains of rice. The number swelled to 5,24,288 grains on the 20th square. When they came to the halfway mark, the 32nd square, the grain count was over 214 crores. Soon the count increased to lakhs of crores, and eventually the hapless king had to hand over his entire kingdom to the clever mathematician. And it all began with just 1 grain of rice. Never underestimate the power of compounding. It is sometimes called the 8th wonder of the world. Small amounts of money invested every month from the beginning of your work life can lead to a handsome payout at the time of your retirement. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
What is a mutual fund? The word mutual implies a group of people coming together, and funds means pooling of money. Therefore, the term mutual funds suggests a group of people putting their money together to buy stocks and bonds, or in some cases, a combination of both. Or think of it like this. A baker bakes a 1,000,000-pound cake. The cake is made up of a variety of ingredients. Each ingredient is an individual stock or bond. The list of these ingredients makes up your portfolio. This fund is managed by a professional fund manager who manages this pool of money and builds a portfolio which is in line with the investment objective of the scheme. Investments are spread across a wide cross-section of industries and sectors. This ensures that risk is controlled because all stocks may not move in the same direction in the same proportion at the same time. Thus, it helps balance things out. What are mutual fund units and how is their NAV calculated? Mutual funds issue units to the investors in accordance with the quantum of money invested by them. Investors in mutual funds are commonly known as unit holders. When an investor invests money in any scheme,
The financial advisory business is rapidly evolving from offering just sales-based advice to advice-based sales of financial products. Advice that ensures customers can avail of better performing financial products that offer higher returns and enhanced security. This advice that empowers financial advisors to offer quality services is based on an understanding of numerous factors that influence the performance of financial products. Understanding that is gathered through a deeper understanding and solid analytics. Ifan, shaping tomorrow's financial planners. Independent Financial Associates Network, Ifan, is a B2B distribution platform for financial products that supports its associates to enhance their advisory and client services with the help of innovative technology and unbiased research. Established in 2005, Ifan possesses over 75 years of combined work experience in the financial industry. Ifan was founded with a vision to establish itself as a reliable partner for business growth and higher profitability that empowers financial advisors in India with a comprehensive range of investment products and services by being a one point of contact for all financial product and asset classes. Ifan offers a web-based B2B financial products and services platform where financial advisors and distributors can gain access to services like basket of products, research, financial planning, e-Nivesh, online wrap solutions, portfolio monitoring, CRM, commission management, training, financial planning, and trailer monitoring. It serves as an efficient, low-cost, plug-and-play model for advisors to scale up their business in a standardized manner. Ifan also offers professional back-office services for product research, marketing, and legal and compliance. Ifan provides efficient online access to its clients, enabling them to monitor all investments under one roof. Manufacturers can access Ifan's widespread professional associate network across the country. The greatest benefit that an associate of Ifan would hold is with Ifan's assistance, he would be in a position to grow his business both in quality and quantity. Ifan's research-based B2B platform offers various asset classes, covering mutual funds, debt, equity, real estate, home loan, LAP, and LAS to over 50,000 clients through a 1,000 plus dedicated associates network in 87 cities in India. The company has been ranked in top 50 distributors in India amongst over 90,000 distributors in mutual fund. Ifan also ranks amongst the top 5 distributors in company fixed deposit mobilization. Being a large institute and aggregator has an advantage to negotiate with financial product providers and thus offer higher short-term and long revenue to its associates. This also helps associates sustain their skilled manpower, thereby helping them increase their client base. As an associate starts increasing his network, he will have the potential to earn higher revenues across product classes. Ifan partners include a company that enables IFAs to gain greater efficiency and the ability to tap into economies of scale and at the same time help them deliver better service performance for their clients without increasing the cost. Ifan has taken the initiative to lead the change and facilitate a paradigm shift from the current sales-based advice to a more effective advice-based sales model in the financial services sector. Ifan.
टिटो, अलमारी के ऊपर से ब्राउन वाला बैग निकाल दो।
ये तो बहुत ऊंचा है। मुझे ये क्यों बोलते हैं जबकि पता है कि मैं छोटा हूँ? मैं ही क्यों फंसता हूँ ऐसे चक्करों में?
बैग निकाला क्या?
पापा ये सही किया, ये लैडर सही है।
चिंटू के लिए बैग निकालना उतना मुश्किल नहीं था जितना वो सोच रहा था। थोड़ी समझदारी एंड छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स आपको मंजिल तक पहुंचा देते हैं। कहते हैं ना, द जर्नी ऑफ 1000 माइल्स बिगिंस विद वन सिंगल स्टेप। इसी तरह एसआईपी के जरिए छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स लेकर फाइनेंशियल गोल्स अचीव किए जा सकते हैं। एसआईपी मतलब सिस्टमैटिक इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान। एक बार एसआईपी रजिस्टर करने से हर महीने आपके बैंक अकाउंट से फिक्स डेट को फिक्स अमाउंट म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट होता जाता है। इससे डिसिप्लिन वे में आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट तो होता ही है। क्योंकि ये इन्वेस्टमेंट मार्केट लिंक्ड होती है, इसलिए मार्केट के उतार चढ़ाव के बीच आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट एक एवरेज कॉस्ट पर होता है। तो अब बड़े सपने देखो, चाहे छोटे स्टेप्स लो, शुरू तो करो।
पापा, बड़ी वाली अलमारी के ऊपर से मेरे गर्म कपड़े निकालने हैं और लंबी लैडर लगेगी।
हाँ, उसका भी इंतजाम है। ओ, आओ बड़ी सीढ़ी लगाते हैं।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
There once was a poet who fell upon such hard times that he was no longer able to feed his family. So he decided to set out for the palace and appeal to the generosity of the king. Upon being summoned by the king, he started reciting his poems. The king, well pleased, asked him to name his reward. Pointing to the finely wrought chessboard, the poet said, "Your Highness, if you place just 1 grain of rice in the first square and double it for every square, I will consider myself well rewarded." "Are you sure?" asked the king. "Just grains of rice and not gold?" "Yes, Your Highness." "So it shall be." So the courtiers started placing the grains of rice. 1 on the first square, 2 on the second, 4 on the third, 8 on the fourth square, and so on. By the time they came to the 10th square, they had to place 512 grains of rice. By the 20th square, the number swelled to 5,24,288. When they came to the halfway mark, the 32nd square, the grain count was 214 crores, 74 lakhs, 83,648. Soon the count increased to lakhs of crores. Eventually, the hapless king had to hand over his entire kingdom to the clever poet. And it all began with 1 grain of rice. Moral of the story? Never underestimate the power of compounding. If you systematically invest a small sum every month, your SIP can grow to a very impressive sum when you retire. Sundaram Mutual. Unearthing opportunities. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Please read the statement of additional information and the scheme information document carefully before investing.
He is allocated units. The value of each unit is called NAV. It's reflective of the current market value of a single unit of the fund's holdings. When investors invest in the fund, they buy units of the fund at its NAV price. Let's go back to the baker and the cake. To make the cake affordable, the baker cuts the cake into many pieces and sells it by the piece. Each piece comes at a price. In accordance with the amount you pay, a proportionate amount of the cake is then owned by you. The number of units that an investor can buy depends upon two factors: the NAV of each unit, and the total amount of investment. Hence, the NAV per unit of a scheme is the market value of securities less total recurring expenses of the scheme divided by the total number of units of the scheme on any particular date. So, if the NAV is 15 rupees and the investor invests 15,000 rupees in the scheme, then he or she will be allotted 1,000 units. So basically, net asset value is the current market value of one unit of the scheme. Take a piece of cake for example. Each piece of cake includes all the ingredients in various amounts. Each ingredient has a market value. The combined market value of all the ingredients in the cake contributes to calculating the NAV of the cake. However, it must be noted that this value keeps changing every day. Since market value of securities changes every day, NAV of a scheme also varies on a day-to-day basis. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents and information carefully before investing. How convenient is it to invest in a mutual fund scheme? Investors can contact their financial advisor for necessary information and application forms. Forms can be deposited at the collection centers through the distributors who provide such services. Investors can also visit the AMC's sales office, registrars and transfer agents or investor service centers and deposit duly filled application forms. Most AMCs today also offer an online transaction platform which enables investors to complete their investment on the internet without any physical application forms. Investors should note that there are cut-off times for transacting in any mutual fund scheme, and the applicable NAV is dependent on the time at which the transaction is recorded. For example, if on January 1st you invest in DSP BlackRock Equity Fund and submit the application form before 3 p.m., which is the cut-off time for DSP BlackRock Equity Fund, the applicable NAV will be as of January 1st. If, however, this transaction is recorded after 3 p.m., the applicable NAV will be that of January 2nd. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents and information carefully before investing. What are the different types of mutual fund schemes? There are several ways to categorize mutual fund schemes. Let's check out a few of them. First of all, schemes can either be classified as open-ended schemes or closed-ended schemes. What is an open-ended fund or scheme? An open-ended fund or scheme means that it's open for business on all business days. You can invest or withdraw your money on all business days. Liquidity is the key feature of open-ended schemes. And what are close-ended funds or schemes? Close-ended funds or schemes have a stipulated maturity period. Example, 3 months, 6 months, a year or more. Unlike the open-ended funds that's open for business on all business days, close-ended funds are open for purchase only during the initial launch and for redemption at specified periods of time, either immediately post-launch or later, depending on when the AMC specifies. Mutual fund schemes can be classified according to the investment objective. Such schemes may be open-ended or close-ended schemes, as described earlier. Let's take a look at some variations. Equity funds. The aim of growth funds is to provide capital appreciation over a medium to long-term period. These funds invest in equity shares of companies and therefore offer the investor the potential for growth. Such schemes invest a major amount in equities. Equity schemes are suitable for investors having a long-term outlook, seeking appreciation over a period of time. Balanced funds. The aim of balanced funds is to provide the benefits of investing in both equities as well as debt securities in the proportion indicated in their offer documents. These are appropriate for those investors who are looking for growth without taking too much risk. These funds are also affected because of fluctuations in share prices in the stock markets. However, NAVs of such funds are likely to be less volatile compared to pure equity funds. Index funds replicate the portfolio of a particular market index, such as the BSE Sensex, S&P Nifty, etc. This makes tracking your investments simple and easy to understand. NAVs of such schemes would rise or fall in accordance with the rise or fall in the index, though not exactly by the same percentage due to some factors known as tracking error in technical terms. Necessary disclosures in this regard are made in the offer document of the mutual fund scheme. Income or bond funds. Income funds invest in debt securities such as bonds, corporate debentures, government securities, and money market instruments. Such funds are less risky compared to equity schemes. These funds are not affected by fluctuations in the equity markets. However, opportunities of capital appreciation are also limited in such funds. Income funds are generally preferred by individuals with a low risk profile. Money market or liquid fund. These funds are also income funds, and their aim is to provide easy liquidity, preservation of capital, and moderate income. These schemes invest exclusively in safer short-term instruments such as treasury bills, certificates of deposit, commercial paper and CBLO, government securities, etc. Returns on these schemes do not fluctuate much compared to other funds. These funds are appropriate for corporate and individual investors as a means to park their surplus funds for short periods of time. Gilt funds. These funds invest exclusively in government securities. Government securities have no default risk. NAVs of these schemes also fluctuate due to the change in interest rates and other economic factors, as is the case with income or debt-oriented schemes. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents and information carefully before investing.
The topic of the present panel is riding the wave of opportunity and optimism. So I see both opportunity and optimism, and let's see how our panelists see it. So, I'll ask Mr. Himanshu Vyapak to talk about the optimism and the opportunity in the mutual fund industry today.
So obviously, first of all, thank you very much. Optimism is all around for the mutual fund industry. The numbers are speaking it all. In 2 years, so we're just seeing the numbers, March 15, the mutual fund industry was 10 lakh crores. Today it has crossed 16.5 lakh crores. So 65% up in almost about 1.5 years. So that's the optimism. And I think the other point which is there is while this optimism is there, the scale of change is large, and we are optimism is not only in pure numbers term, but it also is in terms of maturity of investors which are coming in, new category of investors which are coming in, the financial awareness per se which is coming in. So all of that I think is faring really, really well for the mutual fund industry.
So
I absolutely agree with Himanshu what he's saying. If you look at the numbers, and there cannot be a better time than what it is today. We are in a very, very interesting time, and there's a whole lot of new investors which are going to be there in the market. The demonetization for the mutual fund industry has come as a very, very big booster, and the new depositor in the bank accounts and the new money which is coming into the banks, irrespective of the color of the money, it's going to find its way into the mutual fund industry. Because whatever the color, it ultimately has to come, it has come into the system, it has to come to the mutual fund industry, and with the kind of interest rates which are there in the market, and a whole lot of new investors. In fact, there was a number which was being discussed, that there's going to be almost 10 million new taxpayers in the industry. in the country. If there is going to be 10 million new taxpayers, so what will be the number which will be coming to ELSS scheme is anybody's guess. You just multiply the numbers, you know what kind of growth, opportunities which are there. And with the kind of investment which the whole industry is doing in digital tools as well as in the investor education, I think it's going to be very, very interesting time. Next 1 to 2 years are going to be a big boosters.
Mr. Rajesh, you see, we've been in this industry for so long now. I think it is a quarter, 25 years, 26 years is over. Historically, if you see, there used to be when we used to reach out to customers, the biggest challenge was that you bring him into mutual fund in a lump sum manner. Invariably, for a long period, he might be just staying below NAVs and used to crib saying that I come in a mutual fund, I don't get returns, and he gets dejected. Right. I think the last 5-6 years, what has happened is the SIP has created a miracle. While it is a very simple tool, but you today see in this space also, average 4,000 crores coming into the market every month. And that's a great opportunity which I think has to just expand. The numbers are just growing day by day. So I think that is one of the things which mutual fund as an industry has started propagating, and it's moving very fast. Optimism, as Himanshu did mention, that it's growing, the growth is so high, is because it is of multiple reasons. One is in a country like India where you have a higher interest rate regime. Invariably, if you see somewhere the interest rates falling down, automatically for an investor also it becomes necessity that he has to go to this asset class because it is imperative. And as I can see forward, this is going to be the most necessity asset class in every individual's house. So I think this is one of the great things that happen. Mr. Akshay?
I think most of it is covered, but let me get back to some more numbers. What Himanshu said, that from March 2015 to today, we've grown about 60-65%. I think kind of matches with the macro numbers that we have today in the country. And we can sort of do a reverse calculation. Today, the GDP, give or take a few million here and there, and I don't want to get into exact numbers, but it's about $2.2 trillion. The savings rate in India is about 30%. So you're talking about $600 billion. If one were to pre-demonetization give the devil its due and say 50% goes to physical savings and 50% goes to financial savings, we are talking about 300 billion going to physical savings like real estate, gold, cash in hand, and 50% going to financial savings, which basically means bank account, deposits, insurance, capital markets, equity, bonds, funds, mutual funds, alternate funds, etc. So we're talking about $300 billion into financial savings, out of which half of it goes into banks in various formats, and half of it comes into the other parts. So $175 billion comes into other products or other categories of financial savings. Assuming that half of it goes to insurance, we're still left with $90 billion. Now, assuming that out of that $90 billion, only 25% comes to mutual fund, everything else goes to equity and bonds. We're talking about $30 billion of mutual fund investments. Now you multiply that by 68 rupees and you're talking about 2 lakh crores. So I'm not at all surprised with the growth in the industry, because if 2 lakh crores gets added to mutual fund industry every year, with some MTM gain that has happened, there is some MTM gain also that has happened, an eventual increase of 15 to 20% per annum is not ruled out. And we are talking about a $3 trillion economy in 2021. So you can do the reverse back calculation and you can see that you will get far bigger numbers, even though the savings rate may decrease, because the propensity to save in India is reducing significantly year on year. Something that was 37% 7-8 years back, in 2008-9 is now 30%. Our future generations have less propensity to save and more to spend. It'll come down to maybe 25%. But still, we are one of the highest saving rate countries in this world. And the GDP is growing rapidly for us. So to my mind, I think there is a tremendous opportunity in the financial product category, mutual fund being one of them. And I'm not at all surprised with markets doing well, with stability in economy, with governance that is of gold standards. A lot of the money that is in financial savings will eventually flow into financial markets. Mutual funds obviously is an important and integral part of that, financial markets. I think the other thing which Rajesh touched upon is the route to invest. An SIP is a process, is a route to invest. Today, we stand at about 5.5 lakh crores in equity AUM, equity ELSS balanced. All put together is about 5.5 lakh crores. 1.35 lakh crores is through SIP route. There is 1.3 lakh, which is a substantial chunk of money which has come through SIPs. And these are people who are typically middle class, lower ticket investors. People who invest between 1,000 to 50,000 rupees a month in SIP. So I think the mutual fund industry, for all its constraints and shortcomings, has been able to perpetrate a savings habit change through the auspices of AMFI and with a lot of support from SEBI to come into the fore and to change the habits of people to invest regularly. You would be surprised to note that out of this 1.3 lakh crore AUM of about 1.1 crore SIPs, more than 50% of these SIPs are still continuing after 5 years. Still continuing after 5 years. That is a big statement to make. And I'm not saying this from some guesswork. It is all there on the AMFI website. So clearly there is something that has happened. It may have been small right now, but what I see in the future is just unbelievable. And I think the whole industry, whether it's the mutual funds or the advisors or the investors, as an ecosystem, have been able to understand finally the concept of capital markets. And if that is the case, the next 10 years is tremendous opportunity for each one of us in this room.
So on that positive note, are there any challenges before the industry that I would like to ask Mr. Raj?
You see, the biggest challenge that we envisage here is that creation of literacy in terms of reaching out the mutual fund to the investors. If you see today, the mutual fund also, the larger portion of that money is still coming out of the T15. Right. And while the regulator has made initiatives in terms of giving you additional incentives and all those things for propagating that in B15, but still it's not that, while it has picked up, I don't deny that, but still it needs to be really percolated. And why this is happening to a certain extent, which I believe is that you have a bank over there who assures an X rate of return to investors or depositors. Now, when you get in this economy, which is typically, if you see our Indian economy, which is much more of a working class, or for that matter, middle income, as Akshay mentions, that each one is looking at that fixed rate of return. That is the psyche inside investors. So till that time, and as I said, now invariably if the fixed rate of return starts falling at certain place, where your debt returns or fixed deposit returns don't give you the requisite return, then essentially you will have to look at alternative products. And there again, mutual fund are best route to really come into equity markets. I think in developed economy also, a historic long time back, if you say, this is the same thing that has happened, but debt returns started diminishing, and that's why people started moving into equity. So I think one is, the concern here more is that how will you propagate this across? This has to be done more of literacy, the investor education, which I think in again last 2-3 years or 5 years that you see the investor education has been much more done thanks to the initiative taken by the regulator to ensure that X amount goes into that. So it needs to be a lot of education that has to happen in that.
In my view, just I will link it to the first.
The financial advisory business is rapidly evolving from offering just sales-based advice to advice-based sales of financial products. Advice that ensures customers can avail of better performing financial products that offer higher returns and enhanced security. This advice that empowers financial advisors to offer quality services is based on an understanding of numerous factors that influence the performance of financial products. Understanding that is gathered through a deeper understanding and solid analytics. Ifan, shaping tomorrow's financial planners. Independent Financial Associates Network, Ifan, is a B2B distribution platform for financial products that supports its associates to enhance their advisory and client services with the help of innovative technology and unbiased research. Established in 2005, Ifan possesses over 75 years of combined work experience in the financial industry. Ifan was founded with a vision to establish itself as a reliable partner for business growth and higher profitability that empowers financial advisors in India with a comprehensive range of investment products and services by being a one point of contact for all financial product and asset classes. Ifan offers a web-based B2B financial products and services platform where financial advisors and distributors can gain access to services like basket of products, research, financial planning, e-Nivesh, online wrap solutions, portfolio monitoring, CRM, commission management, training, financial planning, and trailer monitoring. It serves as an efficient, low-cost, plug-and-play model for advisors to scale up their business in a standardized manner. Ifan also offers professional back-office services for product research, marketing, and legal and compliance. Ifan provides efficient online access to its clients, enabling them to monitor all investments under one roof. Manufacturers can access Ifan's widespread professional associate network across the country. The greatest benefit that an associate of Ifan would hold is with Ifan's assistance, he would be in a position to grow his business both in quality and quantity. Ifan's research-based B2B platform offers various asset classes, covering mutual funds, debt, equity, real estate, home loan, LAP, and LAS to over 50,000 clients through a 1,000 plus dedicated associates network in 87 cities in India. The company has been ranked in top 50 distributors in India amongst over 90,000 distributors in mutual fund. Ifan also ranks amongst the top 5 distributors in company fixed deposit mobilization. Being a large institute and aggregator has an advantage to negotiate with financial product providers and thus offer higher short-term and long revenue to its associates. This also helps associates sustain their skilled manpower, thereby helping them increase their client base. As an associate starts increasing his network, he will have the potential to earn higher revenues across product classes. Ifan partners include a company that enables IFAs to gain greater efficiency and the ability to tap into economies of scale and at the same time help them deliver better service performance for their clients without increasing the cost. Ifan has taken the initiative to lead the change and facilitate a paradigm shift from the current sales-based advice to a more effective, advice-based sales model in the financial services sector. Ifan.
देख कुछ होता है तो फोन कर। हाँ विकास, 1 लाख की जरूरत है। शर्मा, गुप्ता, सेन।
क्या वर्मा, धंधा जोरों पर है? बड़े बड़े नंबर लिख रहा है, 0 पर 0 लगा रहा है।
कहाँ का धंधा? 2 बड़े पेमेंट आने थे, एंड टाइम पर रुक गए। और जो फ्लैट मैंने बुक किया था, इस महीने उसकी भी पेमेंट आ गई। बेटे की फीस और इस बार पिताजी ने भी थोड़े पैसे मंगाए हैं। महीने के जो रेगुलर खर्चे होते हैं, दूध वाला, बाई, पेट्रोल, क्रेडिट कार्ड वगैरह वगैरह, वो तो वैसे ही हैं।
ये खर्चे तो होते ही हैं यार। तूने ऐसी हालत क्यों बनाई हुई है?
सेविंग अकाउंट पूरा खाली कर देने के बाद भी ये सारे खर्चे पूरे नहीं हो पा रहे, तो पेमेंट रुक गए, वो अलग।
बाकी पैसे कहां गए? सब उड़ा दिए?
अरे नहीं, इन्वेस्ट किए हुए हैं, लेकिन इक्विटी फंड अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स कर रहे हैं। कुछ लॉक इन पीरियड में। ज्वेलरी कैसे बेच दूं, एफडी तोड़ूं या बॉन्ड करूं, तो क्या करूं? अब तुरंत पैसे की जरूरत है।
ओह, या तो पैसा सेविंग में या इन्वेस्टेड, लिक्विड में कुछ नहीं है।
अरे सेविंग अकाउंट लिक्विड ही तो है।
मतलब लिक्विड फंड ठीक जिंदगी के ऐसे मोड़ों के लिए जहां अभी तू खड़ा है।
मतलब कि क्या?
लिक्विड फंड म्यूचुअल फंड की एक कैटेगरी है।
और एंट्री एंड एग्जिट लोड?
लिक्विड फंड में जनरली कोई एंट्री एग्जिट लोड नहीं होता, तो इसमें एंट्री एंड एग्जिट लोड का नो प्रॉब्लम।
तो फिर
लिक्विड फंड का पैसा गवर्नमेंट सिक्योरिटीज जैसे कि ट्रेजरी बिल्स और दूसरी शॉर्ट टर्म डेट सिक्योरिटीज जैसे टर्म डिपॉजिट, सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ डिपॉजिट्स, कमर्शियल पेपर्स इत्यादि में इन्वेस्ट होता है, जिसकी मैच्योरिटी 91 डेज से ऊपर नहीं होती। जब चाहो तब अपना पैसा निकाल सकते हो।
और रिटर्न भी देता है?
बिल्कुल।
तो आज का किस्सा निपट जाए तो सबसे पहला काम यही करूंगा।
और आज के लिए मैं तेरा लिक्विड फंड बन जाता हूँ। दोस्त भी तो लिक्विड फंड की तरह ऐसे ही मौकों पर काम आते हैं।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.
I am Saravana Kumar. I work here as a Chief Investment Officer at LIC Mutual Fund. I am with this organization for last 1 year. I have near about 27 years of work experience in the investment field. Before joining here, I was working as a Chief Investment Officer at Tata AIA Life Insurance. I spent almost 27 years in Indian funds management industry. I am basically a MBA from Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. Plus, I attended 2 months management development program at Merrill Lynch headquarters at New York in 2007.
My name is S. Naren. I am the Chief Investment Officer, Debt and Equity of ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund. I joined this company in October 2004 and have been in this company for over 11 years. I've been always involved in capital markets in various ways in my career. After my graduation of MBA from IIM Calcutta, I'm a undergrad. I have done my mechanical engineering from IIT Madras. My passion has always been the capital markets through my entire career.
Hi, I am Rahul Goswami. I work as a CIO fixed income with ICICI Prudential Asset Management Company. I mainly take care of the fixed income portfolios of the AMC that we take care of. We manage about 120,000 crores as portfolio on the fixed income side. We have a strong team of fund managers and a dealing team, as well as on the credit side research support team, which helps us in delivering the better risk adjusted return which suits investors' expectations and investors' requirements.
Hi, I am Sadanand Shetty. I manage all the equity assets at Taurus Mutual Fund. So I have done my post-graduation in commerce and financial applications. I have been here in this industry for last 21 years. Initial 10 years I spent on institutional equities doing research with the global franchises. Later 10 years I have been on the buy side, initially with Kotak Asset Management and last 5 years I have been with the Taurus Mutual Fund.
Hi, this is Archit Shah. I look after the fund management of all the fixed income schemes at Taurus Mutual Fund. I have been into this company since last 4 years. Before that, I was working with CRISIL as a research analyst in the fixed income segment. I've done MBA in finance as well as completed the prestigious CFA charter holder status.
I am Gopal Agrawal, Chief Investment Officer and Strategist of Meriasset Global Investment India Private Limited. I am basically a chemical engineer by training and worked in oil and gas industry for 6 years, and then I took several degree in the financial sector and then joined this industry in 2002. I worked with several brokerage and SBI mutual fund for 4 years before joining this fund house on 1st October 2007. Here I started this company as a startup, and we have taken the approval from SEBI to launch the fund and build a team, design and form the investment strategy and processes, and we launched several products. And this journey is quite enriching, and we have lots of ups and downs in this journey, but net we are on a very smooth path, and we are able to generate consistent performance and superior return from our investor, which gives me immense pleasure.
The core value of our asset management company is a trust. If you see our parentage, Life Insurance Corporation of India, that stands for the trust in the industry. It is a most trusted brand in India among various brands. So same, whatever we imbibe the DNA from the parent, LIC of India, that we want to pass on to our investors through our asset management company. We have wider reach across India. We have highly ethical team in our AMC. We have distinguished directors in our AMC board as well as trustee board. We have various products to suit the various customers' requirement, both institutional investors as well as to the retail investors. We have various products. Even among the equity, we have a value proposition product. We have growth proposition product. We have a sectoral fund like BFSI fund. We have infrastructure fund. We have mid-cap fund. We have a ULIS fund. Like that, in fixed income side also, we have various schemes. We have a number of duration funds, starting from Guild Fund, Income Fund, Income Plus. We have monthly income plan. We have a savings plus scheme, and we have liquid scheme. And we are the only one AMC has launched a GSEC ETF fund. So through various product suite what we have in our AMC, we want to service our investors across India. We have wider distribution. Most of the retail investors in urban as well as semi-urban as well as even the rural segment, they have a lot of faith on LIC of India as well as to our LIC mutual fund. Through that, we want to service the investors with the risk-adjusted better return. We have a huge distribution network, plus we have a strong parentage, Life Insurance Corporation of India. And we have a good ethical corporate governance within our board. And so we want to create value addition to our investors by doing, picking up the quality stock and managing the process and system in ethical way. And we want to give a valuable return on risk-adjusted parameter for my investors.
Clearly 2007-8 में जो मार्केट बहुत ऊपर गया और उसके बाद बहुत नीचे गया, वो समय में हमने हमारा एंटायर रिसर्च और फंड मैनेजमेंट प्रोसेस को फाइन ट्यून किया है, और वहाँ से अब तक हम बहुत ठीक तरीके से वही प्रोसेस फॉलो कर रहे हैं 2007-8 से एक ही तरह, जहाँ रिसर्च में बहुत एम्फेसिस है और फंड मैनेजर को डिफरेंट तरीके का प्रोडक्ट होता है, हर एक प्रोडक्ट का ऑब्जेक्टिव डिफरेंट होता है, एंड बेस्ड ऑन द प्रोडक्ट हम इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, क्योंकि दिस इज द वे वी थिंक वी कैन एक्चुअली जनरेट वेरी गुड रिटर्न्स फॉर इन्वेस्टर.
Taurus has a pretty strong risk framework. It also has an investment policy. If you synchronize both of that, most of our portfolios, whether it's individual stock exposures or sector exposure, it's not disproportionate. it follows all the norms of SID or investment policy. That's something we have been maintained. There are a lot of other qualitative aspects. We generally avoid buying in bulk or block deals, unless it's extremely necessary. We also don't chase momentum simply because it's a fad of the day. So इन सब बातों से हम अपने आप को दूर रखते हैं ताकि पोर्टफोलियो के रिस्क बढ़े नहीं और उनमें एक तरह का रिस्क का चेक बना रहे. So that's something we have been pretty focused on that. That's a very high priority for us. End of the day, it's a risk adjusted return that we are looking at, not about all the time, delta return or chase momentum ideas.
Without ethics, you can't run a business, for a long period of time. You have to have a certain basic, I would say the basic characteristic, or which we call a character of a person, is the ethics of a company actually. So the businesses has to be ethical, and if you don't comply with all the rules and regulation in principle and in your day-to-day behavior, you can't be very successful. And if you want to make your company an institution, so you have to be ethical. This ambition to become an institution in India, so we have a very good business standard which we are following, right from we have a very good independent board of director, the board of trustees, which monitors the day-to-day function of the organization, and then we have the certain basic rules and filters while selecting a company, the trade execution, and which all we follow very ethically. In terms of risk management, definitely as I said, risk management बहुत ज़्यादा important होता है किसी भी company के long term success के लिए. यदि suppose आप बहुत ज़्यादा concentrated portfolio run करते हैं तो उसके भी अपने risk हैं. Suppose आप बहुत ज़्यादा diversify run करते हैं तो definitely returns पे उसका impact हो सकता है. यदि आपने जो है किसी sector पे बहुत excessive bet ले ली है और something goes wrong, which can also very wrong actually. So everything has to be have in a proper mix. Suppose जैसे कि अपन डाइट में कोई सब विटामिन्स के अपने अपने इम्पोर्टेंस हैं, तो इसी तरीके से पोर्टफोलियो कंस्ट्रक्शन में भी सेक्टोरल अप्रोच, बेंचमार्किंग अप्रोच एंड इंडिविजुअल स्टॉक सिलेक्शन एंड उसका वेटेजेस, लिक्विडिटी, राइट, ये सब का इम्पॉर्टेंट पैरामीटर है जो हमारी कंपनी जो है डे टू डे इस पे मॉनिटर करती है. और बीइंग ग्लोबल फंड हाउस प्रेजेंट इन 19 कंट्रीज, ये हमारे यहाँ पे ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म पे जो है हमारे पोर्टफोलियो की मॉनिटरिंग होती है.
See, when we invest in a fixed income investment, debt investment, what we look at, we invest in various asset classes within the debt investment. One is the sovereign securities, where the government of India, comfort we have, sovereign securities as well as treasury bills. Then we have various corporate investment as well as the PSU bond investment. PSU bond, again, it is promoted by the government of Indian institutions. So we have much more comfort there. When we look for a corporate investment, what we look at in the corporate debt investment is management quality plays a major role. If we are not comfortable management quality, we never invest in. And like that, we are the custodian of the shareholders' money, investors' money. So we look for a safety of the investment that plays a major role. So we don't invest in high risky assets in our portfolio. We always look for a safety of the asset is much more important.
See, our investment philosophy is, as you know, we manage other people's money in the mutual fund. So our investment philosophy is first determined by the asset class which we actually manage other people's money for. So we do run funds which are basically meant to be invested in safe asset classes, like for example the money market funds, like for example the ICICI Prudential Savings Fund. We also run debt funds of different types. We have funds which are reasonably invested in corporate papers of different credit rating. ये सब ICICI Prudential रेगुलर सेविंग्स प्लान, ICICI Prudential कॉर्पोरेट बॉन्ड फंड, ICICI Prudential रेगुलर इनकम फंड, 3 फंड है जहां हम क्रेडिट फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं। दूसरा तरीके फंड है कि जब हम इन्वेस्ट करते हैं डेट फंड्स में, जहां हम लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट पेपर्स लेते हैं, ICICI Prudential इनकम फंड और शॉर्ट टर्म प्लान जहां लोअर ड्यूरेशन और इसलिए लोअर रिस्क भी है, वो प्रोडक्ट, ये सब प्रोडक्ट्स भी हम मैनेज करते हैं।
As far as fixed income philosophy is concerned, we basically run the portfolios on the concept of SLR. So not exactly SLR like say the banking system works. For us, the SLR starts with S for safety, L for liquidity, R for return. So first of all, the biggest or the most important thing for our portfolio is the safety of the investors' money which is lying in our funds. Second is the liquidity of the portfolio, so that we don't compromise on the liquidity of the portfolio in a way that it should always be very subtle as far as the investors' requirements of investment may come up, and their requirements for money can come up any time. Third is basically the return. So on the basis of after filtering through safety and liquidity, then comes basically the return part, and which we try to manage optimally against the available assets as far as the sitting on the risk adjusted return suitability.
India is a growth market, it's one of the leading and fastest growing economies of the world, and what we think is that our strategy and investment philosophy is underpinned by combination of growth investing and the value investing. We do see a lot of sectors opportunity with sustainable and predictable earnings growth, so we clearly follow this strategy. Most of our portfolio, although we do have in a certain portfolio, we do take a contrarian investment strategy as well, so that we can get the benefit of all the investment strategy together depending on the cycle of the market.
So risk control parameter जो है सब किसी भी फंड मैनेजमेंट प्रोसेस के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ होती है, कि क्योंकि जैसे कि सपोज आप किसी को भी ड्राइव करने की को फ्री हैंड दे दिया जाता है, तो वो कितनी भी अनलिमिटेड स्पीड में चला सकता है, देन ही कैन jump over the speed breakers and also which may be like detrimental to the vehicle and the passenger. So similarly in our case, our passenger is our investor, right? So we have to run as smooth as possible. So risk management processes हमारे यहाँ काफ़ी strong है. Being a global house which is present in 19 countries, so हमारे पास है global risk policy है, और हमारी risk management team locally इंडिया में भी और हांगकांग में भी है, जो कि ग्लोबली हमारे पोर्टफोलियो को है ग्लोबल फ्रेमवर्क में देखती है। तो जैसे कई पैरामीटर होते हैं, जैसे कि हम कहते हैं उसको लिक्विडिटी पैरामीटर, जिसमें कि यदि आप बहुत ज़्यादा इलिक्विड स्टॉक परचेज कर लेते हैं, तो सपोज़ किसी कारणवश से आपके पोर्टफोलियो में रिडेम्पशन आता है, तो आपको एक डेफिनेट पीरियड में वो पोर्टफोलियो को लिक्विडेट करने की क्षमता होनी चाहिए। दूसरा ये है कि देयर शुड बी अ चेक्स एंड बैलेंस ऑन द फंड मैनेजर। सपोज आपने कोई स्टॉक परचेज किया है जिसमें कंटिन्यूसली डाउनटर्न वो स्टॉक फॉल हो रहा है, तो हमने ये कुछ लिमिट बनाई है कि यदि कोई स्टॉक 30% से ज़्यादा गिर जाता है, तो फंड मैनेजर को उसका जो है रिप्लाई जो है रिस्क मैनेजमेंट टीम को देना पड़ेगा कि वो क्यों वो स्टॉक को कंटिन्यू रखना चाहता है। यदि वो इसके बावजूद भी यदि स्टॉक 50% से ज़्यादा गिर जाता है, तो डेफिनेटली हम उसको इन्वेस्टमेंट कमेटी में रिव्यू में रखते हैं, और उसमें टफ क्वेश्चनिंग के बाद फंड मैनेजर को फोर्स भी किया जा सकता है कि आप ये पोर्टफोलियो को आप लिक्विडेट कीजिए। तो ये है, बहुत स्ट्रिक्टली हमने इसको फॉलो किया है। जनरली ये इंसिडेंट हमारे प्रैक्टिकली बहुत कम आए हैं, पर लगभग जो है ये जैसे कि हमने 2013 में जो है हमने ये देखा, जब सम पीरियड के लिए, साथ साथ 2010 में ये हुआ, और 2008 में जब लेमन क्राइसिस के बाद जो है पोर्टफोलियो में काफ़ी डैम्पनिंग हुए। तो लगभग मैं कहूँगा कि ये जर्नी जो हमारी लगभग 8.5 सालों की है, उसमें लगभग हमारे 3 इंस्टेंसेस ऐसे आए हैं जब ये हमको ये एक्सट्रीम मेजर लेने पड़े।
LIC mutual fund is the only mutual fund has launched GSEC ETF GSEC ETF is referenced against 5 various Government of India securities, mainly the liquid securities of segment right from 8 years to 13 years. That basket is designed by NSE, National Stock Exchange. On that basket, the securities also get revamped every year. So we are the first one in the Indian AMC sector has launched this scheme. Here, if you look at the expense ratio of GSEC ETF is 20 basis point, one among the lowest compared to the industry. If you invest in vanilla GSEC fund, the expense ratio may run up to more than 2%, but here it is one out of, it's a 10% of the TER, it's hardly 20 basis point. And second thing is, based on the market view, the investors can enter in the GSEC ETF during trading hours, right from morning 9 o'clock to say 5 o'clock, and you can get the NAV online. That's a special feature of this GSEC ETF, and it is well accepted and well understood by the various investors as well as the distributor. And the asset under management of the GSEC ETF also growing. Like that, we have various other flagship scheme in the debt side. As I mentioned to you, our liquid fund, is one of the flagship scheme. Like that, we have a savings plus that also has a slightly higher duration compared to a liquid fund. That's also our second largest fund in our mutual fund basket. So like that, we have coming to the equity side, we have various flagship scheme. One among the fund is LIC MF equity fund. It's more than 350 crores of asset under management. It's a diversified equity fund across, invested across various sectors. And it has a reference index of BSE Sensex. Like that, another flagship scheme is LIC mutual fund, the growth fund. Even the value research, sometime back they're given a rating of 3, and the fund performance also good. There also we have follow whatever I said earlier in a disciplined approach of investment. And that scheme also, risk-adjusted return point of view, is giving a very good return compared to the reference index called Sensex.
See, we have different products for at all points of time, and based on each product's objective, we will run each fund as per its objective. So if हमारा व्यू बहुत नेगेटिव हुआ तो भी हमारा फंड्स जहाँ फोकस ब्लू चिप है या टॉप 100 है वहाँ कैश कॉल नहीं लेंगे, लेकिन जो फंड में मार्केट बहुत ऊपर जाता है, बैलेंस्ड एडवांटेज फंड या डायनेमिक प्लान या इक्विटी इनकम फंड में इक्विटी वेटेज बहुत कम होगा जब मार्केट बहुत ऊपर जाता है.
The financial advisory business is rapidly evolving from offering just sales-based advice to advice-based sales of financial products. Advice that ensures customers can avail of better performing financial products that offer higher returns and enhanced security. This advice that empowers financial advisors to offer quality services is based on an understanding of numerous factors that influence the performance of financial products. Understanding that is gathered through a deeper understanding and solid analytics. Ifan, shaping tomorrow's financial planners. Independent Financial Associates Network, Ifan, is a B2B distribution platform for financial products that supports its associates to enhance their advisory and client services with the help of innovative technology and unbiased research. Established in 2005, Ifan possesses over 75 years of combined work experience in the financial industry. Ifan was founded with a vision to establish itself as a reliable partner for business growth and higher profitability that empowers financial advisors in India with a comprehensive range of investment products and services by being a one point of contact for all financial product and asset classes. Ifan offers a web-based B2B financial products and services platform where financial advisors and distributors can gain access to services like basket of products, research, financial planning, e-Nivesh, online wrap solutions, portfolio monitoring, CRM, commission management, training, financial planning and trailer monitoring. It serves as an efficient, low-cost, plug-and-play model for advisors to scale up their business in a standardized manner. Ifan also offers professional back-office services for product research, marketing, and legal and compliance. Ifan provides efficient online access to its clients, enabling them to monitor all investments under one roof. Manufacturers can access Ifan's widespread professional associate network across the country. The greatest benefit that an associate of Ifan would hold is with Ifan's assistance, he would be in a position to grow his business both in quality and quantity. Ifan's research-based B2B platform offers various asset classes, covering mutual funds, debt, equity, real estate, home loan, LAP, and LAS to over 50,000 clients through a 1,000 plus dedicated associates network in 87 cities in India. The company has been ranked in top 50 distributors in India amongst over 90,000 distributors in mutual fund. Ifan also ranks amongst the top 5 distributors in company fixed deposit mobilization. Being a large institute and aggregator has an advantage to negotiate with financial product providers and thus offer higher short-term and long revenue to its associates. This also helps associates sustain their skilled manpower, thereby helping them increase their client base. As an associate starts increasing his network, he will have the potential to earn higher revenues across product classes. Ifan partners include a company that enables IFAs to gain greater efficiency and the ability to tap into economies of scale and at the same time help them deliver better service performance for their clients without increasing the cost. Ifan has taken the initiative to lead the change and facilitate a paradigm shift from the current sales-based advice to a more effective advice-based sales model in the financial services sector. Ifan.
और बेटा सेटल हो गए नई जॉब में? सैलरी आ रही है ना टाइम पर?
हाँ अंकल, देखिए ना, मैंने पहली सैलरी से ये फोन लिया था। नेक्स्ट मंथ की सैलरी से पूरा वार्डरोब चेंज और सितंबर में ये वॉच खुद को बर्थडे गिफ्ट की थी।
और तुमने अभी तक गाड़ी नहीं ली? बैंकॉक घूमने नहीं गए?
अभी इतने पैसे बचते ही कहाँ हैं? बट अगले साल ये सब प्लान में है।
और शादी?
रिंकी के घर में तो अभी पता भी नहीं है, पर उससे पहले घर लेना पड़ेगा। रिंकी के पापा ना।
लेकिन अगर अगले साल बैंकॉक, कार, तब तक ये फोन भी पुराना हो जाएगा। फिर एक और बर्थडे, एक और गिफ्ट, और तब तक रिंकी के पापा को पता चल गया तो ना आया घर, ना हुई शादी। तो क्या घड़ी होगी, कपड़े होंगे, शायद कार भी होगी। उसमें ही तुम्हारा दोस्त तुम्हें एयरपोर्ट छोड़ देगा। तुम बैंकॉक चले जाना।
अंकल, आप तो डरा रहे हो।
ना ना, बता रहा हूँ, क्योंकि तुम्हें शादी से पहले घर लेना है और इसके लिए पैसे बचाने पड़ेंगे। न सिर्फ बचाने पड़ेंगे बल्कि इन्वेस्ट करने पड़ेंगे। आज मेरे पास सीमा भी है, घर भी, कार भी, और ये घड़ी मैंने लंदन से ली थी।
अंकल, 2-3 हजार बचा भी लिए तो उससे क्या घर आएगा?
2-3 हजार कम होते हैं क्या? शुरू तो करो।
बट इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
तुम शेयर्स, बॉन्ड्स, डिबेंचर्स, गोल्ड, इन सब में इन्वेस्ट करो।
अंकल, इन सब के बारे में तो मुझे कुछ भी नहीं पता।
इन सब में इन्वेस्ट करने का आसान तरीका है म्यूचुअल फंड्स।
मतलब?
तुम्हारे और मेरे जैसे लोग जब म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, उस पैसे को फंड हाउस स्कीम के इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑब्जेक्टिव के मुताबिक अलग अलग कंपनी के शेयर्स, बॉन्ड्स, डिबेंचर्स वगैरह वगैरह में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं।
बट अंकल, ये सेफ तो है?
म्यूचुअल फंड स्कीम्स को प्रोफेशनल्स मैनेज करते हैं। इनकी कोशिश ही यही रहती है कि आपकी रिस्क कम करें और अच्छा रिटर्न दिला सकें।
तो अंकल, देखा जाएगा, लगा दो दाव।
अरे हीरो, यहाँ बात मरने मारने की नहीं है, इन्वेस्टमेंट की है। तो हमेशा सोच समझकर, और जब रिंकी के पापा को पता चलेगा ना कि तुम ये सब कर रहे हो, अरे खुद तुम्हारे घर आएंगे बात करने के लिए।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.
The journey of our company is quite satisfactory. and we have a very decent growth in AUM in the last almost 8.5 years so far of our fund house. So in the first offering of Mirae Asset India Opportunity, we collected roughly 108 crores in NFO. Today that fund itself has become roughly 2,300 crores in size. And then that was basically a large cap buyers multi-cap fund, that is a flagship fund of our fund house. Then we thought to launch a fund which should be in mid-cap space. So we come up with Mirae Asset Emerging Blue Chip Fund. That fund has an AUM we collected in NFO of only 26 crore. Today that fund has a size AUM of roughly 2,500 crores. So what I would say, we have not launched fund just to garner the AUM, and we have launched the fund to bridge the gap in our basket and the need of the investor. So and with the continuous performance, sustainable performance of the fund, industry leading performance of the fund, and having superior risk adjusted ratios, which helped to garner the fund. The basic thing I would like to communicate to investor, that rather than looking at point to point performance of the fund, basic thing they should look at the performance of the fund in rising, falling and sideways market, because nothing is permanent. Like we have seen between 2003 to 2007 one way rise in the market, then between 2007 to end of 2008 we have seen a big fall in the market. Then 2009 to 2010 we have seen a big rally in the market, and then between 2010 to 2013 we have seen a falling and sideways market, right? So what I would say, this journey, every journey will be volatile journey, and the investor will see rising, falling and sideways market. So what we have tried to beat the benchmark and the peer in all the three types of market character in rising, falling and sideways market, and that is the hallmark of our performance, and which gives me a lot of satisfaction.
I am Saroj Dikle, CEO of LIC Mutual Fund. I am sent on deputation from the parent LIC of India after having served the corporation for 32 years. For the last 8 years, I have been an executive director, and now I am a full-time, whole-time director and CEO of LIC Mutual Fund. My academic background, I have done my ME Economics, I have done LLB, I have done my Fellow of Advanced Marketing, PGDM in Advanced Marketing, and I'm also a Fellow of the Insurance Institute of India. While my experience and expertise is in the insurance field, being a financial services or a corporation, I do have background of financial investments.
My name is Waqar Abbas Naqvi. I have been the CEO of Taurus Mutual Fund since February 2008. After completing my ICWA, I happen to be a CMA, rather a ACMA, Associate Cost and Management Accountant, and an MBA. I joined Taurus also in February 2008. And before joining Taurus, I have worked with names like Thermax, I have worked with Escorts Finance, I have worked with, GE for a few years.
Hi, my name is Swarup Mohanty. I am the Chief Executive Officer of Mirae Asset in India. I have been associated with the mutual fund industry since 1997, and that's when I started selling mutual funds. I used to sell funds in Kolkata then. From then on, my career has gone on to go and do the same roles in Delhi, and I've been in Mumbai from 2007 or 8. That's my journey with mutual funds, which has encompassed with various fund houses and over my years. And as a student of this industry, it's my endeavor to come to office every day to learn something new about the industry.
The LIC Mutual Fund was set up by the LIC of India, which is the parent organization, on 20th April 1989. At that time, the fund was governed by a board of trustees. Then subsequently on 8th April 2003, the LIC Mutual Fund Trustee Company Private Limited was incorporated under the Companies Act of 1956. LIC being such a giant company in the insurance field, it must have its group companies in every sector. We wanted to have our footprints in every sector. We wanted footprints not only in India but even globally. So we have been spreading and having the multi-dimensional activities. So we have the LIC Mutual Fund, which is engaging in mutual fund activities. We have the LIC Housing Finance Limited, which takes care of the housing area, housing sector needs. We have the LIC Credit Card, which also takes care of the credit card needs of the customers. So we also have the LIC HFL Financial Services, which is a subsidiary of the LIC Financial. So we have these multiple organs of the LIC, its group companies, which have their presence in every sector. So LIC Mutual Fund is one of the diversified activities of the parent organization, and it is very serious about this business. On the LIC Mutual Fund Asset Management Limited, we have Shri S.K. Roy Sir, the esteemed chairman of LIC of India, as the chairman. We also have Mr. Shri Jayant Gokhale, who is a chartered accountant and an income tax practitioner. We have Shri S.K. Mitra with very rich experience of the mutual fund industry. We have Shri Kailash Kumar Bang. We have Shri Satish Kamath, Mrs. Sunita Sharma, who is the CEO of the LIC HFL. We have Shri Sanjay Muthal. Each one of them come with very rich experience in their independent individual fields and with diverse field experiences in diverse fields. So they have been guiding us through all our operations and our administration also. Then we have the LIC Mutual Fund Trustee Limited. On that we have esteemed members such as Shri Raghavendra ji, we have Shri T.C. Venkat Subramaniam, we have Shri Harish N. Motiwala sir, we have Shri Ram Manohar Bhave and Shri Pradeep Bhide. You will again observe that they are very eminent personalities, celebrities and people with experience and expertise in diverse fields. So they have been guiding us all along and giving us valuable insights into every aspect of the financial working, the mutual fund industry in general, and have been a great source of inspiration, direction and knowledge for us.
भारतवर्ष का सबसे पुराना प्राइवेट सेक्टर का म्यूचुअल फंड टॉरस है. Taurus started its journey in 1994. That time the ownership was different. It was owned by, it was floated by Lazard India and Indian HNI and IMF, which was quite a unique set of promoters. Around the same time existed another asset management company in India by the name of HB Asset Management. HB Asset Management was owned by Mr. Harish Bhasin, where Harish is considered to be one of the earliest people in India in terms of merchant banking and investment banking, who left their mark, who did a lot of IPOs, who was quite instrumental in bringing about an awareness of merchant banking, investment banking in the country. And Harish is no longer with us, so we miss him now. But Harish Bhasin started HB Asset Management, and HB Asset Management took over Taurus Asset Management in the year 1998. So it was a reverse merger of sorts, where HB Asset Management took over Taurus but retained the name Taurus. So Taurus, I repeat, is one of the oldest, not one of the oldest, the oldest private sector AMC in India. The other important people associated with Lalit include his other MDs of his other companies, one of whom is a director on our board as well. Mr. Vijay Sood is an important person in terms of guiding Taurus for several years now. We also have Mr. Anil Goyal, who is again MD of one of his group companies, but he's on our trustee board. He's not on the asset management company board. And then we have, the senior team here we put in place is a very experienced team drawn across from very reputed names, coming from a fantastic pedigree of qualification and reputation in terms of their performance, integrity, transparency, which also happen to be our core values. So it's a very seasoned team, and most importantly, ज़्यादातर लोग हम लोगों के पास 7-8 साल से 5 साल से जुड़े हुए हैं, जो कि एक अपने आप में it gives a soundness to the team and its operations, and the organization is that way run quite efficiently. एक team spirit रहता है, एक understanding है एक दूसरे के बारे में, एक भरोसा है, तभी इतने सालों से लोग हैं. तो I think that becomes a very big strength for Taurus.
Well, I'm very happy to say this, that at Mirae Asset, we don't run two different strategies for clients and fund management. It is the same strategy. Our job is very simple, to create good products. And the second job is to make people understand these products. Okay, there is no difference in that strategy at all. Agar our investors understand our products, they will know what we want to do with it. Once they know that, then there will be complete synergy in their investment requirements and our fund management. Okay, that is what we bring to the table. We don't come with many products. We come with very limited products. We don't try to do products which we cannot manage. We only bring products which we are confident of managing, which we are confident of creating wealth. And when we mean wealth, we would like to create that wealth, and that wealth to also percolate down to the investor. That is how we view this business at.
Well, the vision of our company is to be a trusted partner in wealth creation and a mutual fund of choice. As far as our mission is concerned, within the realms of good corporate governance, financial ethics, consistent fund performance, imparting knowledge, and creating awareness to empower investors achieve financial goals.
नहीं, मिशन हमारा सादा मिशन है, एक सिंगल वन लाइन मिशन कि हमको भारतवर्ष में जो अहम और महत्वपूर्ण और अग्रिम लीडरशिप पोजीशन में जो म्यूचुअल फंड्स हैं उनमें रहना है, और उसकी तरफ हमारे सारे प्रयास जारी हैं, और यही हमारा मिशन है. वी बिलीव जो एक अच्छे इंसान का जो बिहेवियर रहता है वही एक अच्छी कंपनी का रहता है, वही व्यवहार एक अच्छी कंपनी का होना चाहिए. और इसी के मद्देनज़र हम लोगों की जो कोर वैल्यूज़ हम लोगों ने डिफ़ाइन की हैं वो सिंपल हैं कि वी वांट टू बी ट्रांसपेरेंट, पारदर्शी हम रहेंगे. वी वांट टू बी ऑफ हाई इंटीग्रिटी. वी वांट टू बी इनोवेटिव, ताकि हम नई नई चीज़ें ला सकें जो कि निवेशकों के काम आ सकें. और वी वांट टू बी क्विक, यानी स्पीड में काम किया जाए विदाउट कॉम्प्रोमाइजिंग ऑन एफिशिएंसी. एंड these happen to be our core values: transparency, integrity, honesty, speed, innovation, and hard work.
See, we run a very simple business. The business is very investor centric. ये कहना बहुत आसान है लेकिन करना बहुत ही मुश्किल. Because at the end of the day, we work in markets which are very dynamic. We work in markets which change every day. No longer are the markets centric only to India. Something happening somewhere in one corner of the globe affects what happens in India. That is how the globe has become. In this complicated world, you have to satisfy or at least cater to the desires and goals of individual investors who come in and invest. So it's a very serious business. It's not a business which can be taken lightly even for a second. Fund management is not a very simple job. It requires extensive research, it requires extensive talent, it requires superior manpower to do this business. So the vision of the company is very simple, and that is to be not only in India but in the global space, a fund management unit which is recognized globally for its consistency in performance. At a local level, what it means that every investor who comes into us and invests should be or should have a good journey with us. If the investor has a good journey with us, his experience is good, and that will then lead to his giving us more part of his savings or investments, whichever way you look at it. That is the simple view that we have of our business in India.
कॉर्पोरेट एथिक्स और रिस्क मैनेजमेंट में होता ये है कि मेरे ख्याल से सारी कंपनियां एक पॉलिसी डॉक्यूमेंट बनाती हैं, जो कि हमने भी बनाया है, बोर्ड ने अप्रूव भी किया है, और पर उससे ज़्यादा आवश्यक मेरे विचार में ये है कि जो टीम है आपकी, आखिरी आदमी तक, सबसे जूनियर आदमी तक, सबसे छोटी ब्रांच में भी उसको ये ज्ञान होना चाहिए कि ये बहुत एक ज़रूरी चीज़ है और इसको नॉट ओनली इन लेटर बट इन स्पिरिट भी इम्प्लीमेंट करना है। जैसे अगर हम करप्शन की भी बात कर लें, मैं थोड़ा सा मुद्दे से भटक रहा हूँ, पर अगर हम करप्शन की भी बात कर लें, घरों में या लड़कियों की इज्जत करने की बात है, तो हम कितने भी नारे लगा लें सड़कों पे कि ये होना चाहिए, जब तक घर में परवरिश नहीं दी जाएगी कि ये चीज़ होनी चाहिए, तब तक के इसका असल रूप में इज्जत होना मुश्किल है। तो उसी तरह से हम लोगों का जो कल्चर है कंपनी का, वो इन टर्म्स ऑफ इट्स स्पिरिट इस चीज़ का ध्यान रखता है कि कॉर्पोरेट एथिक्स फॉलो हो। सिंपल सी चीज़ है हमारे यहाँ कि झूठ कोई बोलेगा नहीं, ना बाहर ना ऑफिस में, और दीज आर इंस्टेंसेस ऑन विच इफ द लाई इज सच, और द झूठ कुछ ऐसा है कि इट कैन कॉज अ प्रॉब्लम टू एनीवन।
See, when you look at mutual funds, no? when anybody anywhere in India talks mutual fund, the second word which comes up is returns. This is a business which, when it matures, this discussion on returns will shift to risk. Finally, it is not a question of generating returns, or it is not a business of generating returns. It is actually a business of managing risks. This is what wealth creation is all about. Because at the end of it, if I break it down to an individual investor, the individual investor is different from every person. What I mean to say is that every person's risk profile or risk appetite is very different from every other person. Every person's approach to life is different to the other person. At the end of the day, the mature person is one who knows what he can do, and more important, what he cannot do. And if you project that to any business, it is the same philosophy. Every business should know what they can do and what they cannot do. Once this is clear, everything falls into place when it comes to corporate governance and risk management. अगर हमें पता ही है कि ये करना ही नहीं है, तो कभी करेंगे भी नहीं. And it's not a gray line, it's a thick black line of what you will not do. If you know what not to do perpetually, there is nothing that can happen to any business globally, not only in India. And that is what we are very clear of. I mean, we are very fortunate to be parented by our global office in Korea. And as an Indian, what I must tell you, or be very honest in confessing, that the beauty of the Koreans is they are very clear about the yes and no's. And as an Indian working here for around 5.5, 6 years now, I also align to that. You know, either it's a yes or a no. And when you follow that simple philosophy and project that to your own life also, life becomes very easier. You know, it's a very tough thing to look at everything from a yes-no perspective. Sometimes emotions come in your way, but the job is to keep the emotions out. And that is why if we keep it at a yes-no level, you are very strong on corporate governance, you are also very strong in your risk management level.
I took charge as the CEO on 1st of July 2015. So I had clearly just 9 months to deliver some fantastic results, pun intended. Well, so from the day I took charge, I decided that first I need to bond the team well. Team bonding was one of the prime goals. Thereafter, I was constantly monitoring the investment performance and ensure that we are able to give consistently good returns. And my team was so charged and so united that all of us had one goal in mind, that we have to turn around this company and ensure that this year, at the end of the year, we end up making profits. I'm very happy to share with all of you that thanks to all the cooperation we got from the investors and the team efforts put in by all my wonderful team members, we were able to emerge as the fastest growing AMC in the country on the basis of our year-on-year growth, annualized average assets under management for the financial year ended 11th March 2016.
जब मैंने चार्ज लिया था फरवरी 2008 में, तब टॉरस म्यूचुअल फंड का जो एसेट्स अंडर मैनेजमेंट हुआ करते थे वो 228 करोड़ थे और 5 स्कीमें हुआ करती थीं, 5 हम लोगों की ब्रांचेस थीं, लगभग 20 एम्प्लॉयज़ थे। उसके बाद जो हम लोगों ने प्लान बना के काम किया, जिसमें कि ऑफ कोर्स और कुछ ऐसे हादसे भी हुए जैसे कि लीमन ब्रदर्स कोलैप्स हुआ, तो उसके कारण बहुत वातावरण में फ़र्क पड़ गया। पर उसके बावजूद जो हम लोग जिस स्थिति में पहुँचे हैं, तो उसको 1, 2, 3 नंबर पे डालना तो मेरे ख्याल से ठीक नहीं होगा। फिर भी अगर मैं कोशिश करूं तो हम लोगों के एसेट्स अंडर मैनेजमेंट जो है वो 5000 करोड़ क्रॉस कर गए हैं। हम लोगों ने कुछ
टिंटो, अलमारी के ऊपर से ब्राउन वाला बैग निकाल दो।
ये तो बहुत ऊंचा है, मुझे ही क्यों बोलते हैं जबकि पता है कि मैं छोटा हूँ। मैं ही क्यों फंसता हूँ ऐसे चक्करों में।
बैग निकाला क्या?
पापा ये सही किया, ये लैडर सही है।
चिंटू के लिए बैग निकालना उतना मुश्किल नहीं था जितना वो सोच रहा था। थोड़ी समझदारी एंड छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स आपको मंजिल तक पहुंचा देते हैं। कहते हैं ना, द जर्नी ऑफ 1000 माइल्स बिगिंस विद वन सिंगल स्टेप। इसी तरह SIP के जरिए छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स लेकर फाइनेंशियल गोल्स अचीव किए जा सकते हैं। SIP मतलब सिस्टमैटिक इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान। एक बार SIP रजिस्टर करने से हर महीने आपके बैंक अकाउंट से फिक्स डेट को फिक्स अमाउंट म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट होता जाता है। इससे डिसिप्लिन वे में आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट तो होता ही है, क्योंकि ये इन्वेस्टमेंट मार्केट लिंक्ड होती है, इसलिए मार्केट के उतार चढ़ाव के बीच आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट एक एवरेज कॉस्ट पर होता है। तो अब बड़े सपने देखो, चाहे छोटे स्टेप्स लो, शुरू तो करो।
पापा, बड़ी वाली अलमारी के ऊपर से मेरे गर्म कपड़े निकालने हैं और लंबी लैडर लगेगी।
हाँ, उसका भी इंतजाम है। ओ, हाँ, बड़ी सीढ़ी लगाते हैं।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
The financial advisory business is rapidly evolving from offering just sales-based advice to advice-based sales of financial products. Advice that ensures customers can avail of better performing financial products that offer higher returns and enhanced security. This advice that empowers financial advisors to offer quality services is based on an understanding of numerous factors that influence the performance of financial products. Understanding that is gathered through a deeper understanding and solid analytics. Ifan, shaping tomorrow's financial planners. Independent Financial Associates Network, Ifan, is a B2B distribution platform for financial products that supports its associates to enhance their advisory and client services with the help of innovative technology and unbiased research. Established in 2005, Ifan possesses over 75 years of combined work experience in the financial industry. Ifan was founded with a vision to establish itself as a reliable partner for business growth and higher profitability that empowers financial advisors in India with a comprehensive range of investment products and services by being a one point of contact for all financial product and asset classes. Ifan offers a web-based B2B financial products and services platform where financial advisors and distributors can gain access to services like basket of products, research, financial planning, e-Nivesh, online wrap solutions, portfolio monitoring, CRM, commission management, training, financial planning, and trailer monitoring. It serves as an efficient, low-cost, plug-and-play model for advisors to scale up their business in a standardized manner. Ifan also offers professional back-office services for product research, marketing, and legal and compliance. Ifan provides efficient online access to its clients, enabling them to monitor all investments under one roof. Manufacturers can access Ifan's widespread professional associate network across the country. The greatest benefit that an associate of Ifan would hold is with Ifan's assistance, he would be in a position to grow his business both in quality and quantity. Ifan's research-based B2B platform offers various asset classes, covering mutual funds, debt, equity, real estate, home loan, LAP, and LAS to over 50,000 clients through a 1,000 plus dedicated associates network in 87 cities in India. The company has been ranked in top 50 distributors in India amongst over 90,000 distributors in mutual fund. Ifan also ranks amongst the top 5 distributors in company fixed deposit mobilization. Being a large institute and aggregator has an advantage to negotiate with financial product providers and thus offer higher short-term and long revenue to its associates. This also helps associates sustain their skilled manpower, thereby helping them increase their client base. As an associate starts increasing his network, he will have the potential to earn higher revenues across product classes. Ifan partners include a company that enables IFAs to gain greater efficiency and the ability to tap into economies of scale and at the same time help them deliver better service performance for their clients without increasing the cost. Ifan has taken the initiative to lead the change and facilitate a paradigm shift from the current sales-based advice to a more effective advice